Yo, I nearly played the wrong intro and I didn't even play the intro in the end. I just realized, Colonel, we need to fix up that intro. Remember, I still keep getting that copyright thing at the end.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah,
people,
yeah, yeah.
we're live and we're direct, and it's the Saturday night Call In Khan show. You already know what time it is because you already logged in. You're very welcome, people. Thank you very much for logging in. As you can see, the transfer window is shut.
Lock off.
Lock off the transfer window. The real football is about to start. No more buying your way out of trouble. Or in some cases, no more buying yourself into trouble. As the Chelsea. Chelsea. What are you saying, people? As you can see, I got the Colonel with me, of course. Colonel, looks like you're in. I don't know. Explain
Hey,
it.
I want to apologize. I promise you, the next time I do this, this will be red. Because I walked in and I'm like, a blue bar. Can't fly. Yeah, no, I gotta be red, man. So I'm gonna fix this up. So just bear with it for right now.
No problem, man. No problem. Listen, we're so happy. Listen, trust me, we're so happy that you're clear. Your sound is clear. You ain't got people jumping your car.
Nah, it's a mad one last week. Grizz, the man I'm dealing with my car like I'm the feds and I'm trying to get through like a protest.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Lil and 4 saying Zuberi left us short last time, bro. So
yeah, I had to. It was chaotic, man. It's like the stream needs me and the man them need me because I'm like the life of the party wherever I go, Chris. So the man them are like, nah, bro, we're not gonna wait for your meeting. Tell them you lost Wi-Fi, something.
But yeah, 100%.
I'm here, man.
Manda saying, you already know. People start smashing the likes and subscribes if you haven't. Yo, we got hella topics to get through. It's that time, says Heavy TSA. And Razon says, hello, Bilal. Long time no see. How are you, bro? That's the question on everyone's lips. Hello, Bilal. Long time no see. Okay, you took your time recovering from the end of season Arsenal. We're all happy and glad that you're back smiling again. A couple of wins, then a little bit of a setback. First and foremost, how you doing, bro? People are saying, what you saying?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Everything's good. Sometimes you just gotta, do certain things, handle certain stuff. But listen, we're back now. The party's on the road. The season's back underway. And yeah, man, I'm here and I'm just happy to discuss everything with the guys. Football's absolutely, the funniest game sometimes. You see what's happening left and right. Chelsea today, they keep buying players. What is going on? We'll get into that. And yeah, man, just happy to be back with you guys. Big up everyone in the comment section. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, man, let's get this party started.
Yeah, listen, when Chelsea lose, it's always a party. Let's get that out of the way. People, if there's any Chelsea fans left in the chat, because I don't know what's going on, man. Chelsea, guys, do you remember we used to have hella Chelsea people in the building telling us about ourselves? Yo, you're too critical of Chelsea. You don't know the plan. This was exactly about what? A year ago, maybe? Or less.
Exactly, yeah, because they got Potter in there, man.
Okay.
Open a pottery business. Potter was going to come play man up in there.
Grizz, look after your own club. Bilal, look after your own club. Chelsea, we got this. We know what we're doing. There's a plan. There's a structure. We're investing in youth. We got this Potter. We're on the Potter train or whatever they call it.
Trust the process, and it haven't started.
Oh,
I remember every week they were speaking. I remember speaking to Chelsea fans early on last summer, and I was like, I'm not really moved by your signings, to be honest. And they were like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, bro, look at the name. Like, this is not. But they're like, no, this and that. I remember one Chelsea fan came on one time, started giving me abuse. I was like, what did I do to you? Like, he was backing his team to the point where he was getting really personal. I was like, okay, calm down, man. And yeah, the Chelsea fans after January, February, just gone quiet, man. They don't even want to talk anymore. They've got no fight in them.
I even see them make comments in the chat. Okay, no problem. Don't call in. We don't expect you to call in. We know you ain't got the face to call in. We know you ain't got the backbone to call in. We calling you out. We're calling you out to call in. But we know you ain't got the backbone, just like your club. You're fake. The whole club is plastic. If that don't work, if that don't irk you and work you and you're gonna call in, I don't know what will. I've said my piece. But
it's true. It's true. I saw one Chelsea journalist, right? And he's gone and he said the truth. He said, listen, Chelsea are the only club who have won the lottery twice, obviously with Roman And then they
And
won
now,
Foley, the debt written off, everything. But listen, £1 billion spent, and I don't know. I've never
12
never
months,
seen something like
12
that.
months.
I'll get the players up. I'll get the players up because
Oh
then
yeah,
you
yeah,
tell me
get
how
that
many
list.
you even
Yeah, yeah,
knew.
get that.
Yeah.
I got that shit. Someone's got it. Someone get
Yeah,
get the players up. But listen, that's just banter if you want to talk about the Chelsea project and the Chelsea situation. They got beat up by Nottingham Forest, and it wasn't even a fluke. It wasn't even a fluke. They did not look like scoring. We can talk about your team Brighton, your second team. I don't even know if it's your first team these days. Brighton are doing some damage out there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it out there because you know me, I told the truth. I looked at the Brighton lineup at the start of the game and I thought, they're not the same Brighton, man. There's something missing from this Brighton. Surely this is the season where they just level up and come back down to earth, maybe this
Wait,
and that.
I don't understand. Were you saying you're watching them last season and saying something was missing? Or you're watching them now and saying something was missing?
No. I see the lineup before the game. And I thought, I turned to my son, I said, this Brighton team, man, it's going to come down, right? It's not. And he's like, Dad, you see that? You know who's my favorite striker in world football right now? And I thought, okay, he's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be something. He goes, Ferguson. And he just messaged me. He said, now you know why I say Ferguson. Oh, bro, that brother's a Terminator. He's Terminator. People calling him kid out here. Get out of here. Get out. Don't call him a kid, bro. That guy's a fully fledged. He's big man.
Grizz, I think you're doing that overhyping thing again.
Okay, bring me down.
Yeah,
bring them down. You ain't bringing them down. Go on, try bring Brighton down.
Listen, man, Ferguson can't even hold a Guinness in his hand right now, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Ferguson ain't ready yet, man. Man ain't drinking enough Guinness for me yet, bro.
He been drinking that since he was 12, bro. You seen that?
Nah.
He's ready. Oh, bro, this kid is different.
Listen, man. What defender have you seen Ferguson come up against and you're like, nah, man, Ferguson had him on toast?
Wait, come on. He's cooking centre backs, bro. He's 19 people, 18.
Yeah, it's around 18, 19. Yeah. Listen, man, I'm not impressed. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you said the same thing about certain other men, and I ain't seen them since.
Like who?
So,
what? Why are you trying to draw me out already? It's minute 7 into
I'm just saying, like
who?
I'm gonna stick a pin in it. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I'm gonna stick a pin in it.
Say no more.
The season is gonna progress, and I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up with the big man Ferguson? That's all I'm gonna say to you.
He's handled his business so far already. And all I'm saying is, I told you about Ben Doak, and he has had a chance, but I don't remember telling you about other mans this season. I think. Hold on, I don't know. I might have. You know, we can talk. Hey, tomorrow, Bilal. It's that time of season again. But let's get on to this game first. This game was a wrap, man. Like Brighton. Hey, I looked at their team and I thought, Gilmore ain't no Caicedo. Gross, yeah, hot and cold, especially at the back. I don't rate Veltman and Van Heck like that. I don't rate them like that, you know. Estepunian, we know, is possibly the best left back outside the top 4, maybe. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know these days.
Actually, I think tell me some people better than him as in right now.
Like a proper left back, like, because obviously, you know, the Akis that play left back for Man City sometimes. There's Zinchenko's who invert. Robertson, if you want to still put like all of these guys, Chilwell today. I was pretty much
Zinchenko ain't tying this guy's shoes below.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm trying to say. Like in terms of proper left backs, he's Robertson, I can't think of many like
after Robertson. We're going to Stupian.
Serious?
I don't mind.
Straight up.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, we are.
I talk about a proper left back, proper just full back, left back.
Yeah. To the point, no twist up, no invert, no coming in the middle, just out and out left back. Nah, this guy is him.
He's
better than Luke Shaw. Exactly. So
I don't think people in the chat, if you guys disagree, let us know. I can't think. Zuberi, I think, is right.
I'm trying to think. Lucas Digne.
No,
not me.
Nah. The only person I put over him, and I'm gonna be
which one below?
Shameless.
They also named the Moreno, the other left back at Villa. Like,
Nah.
You take him over most left backs.
I'll take him over Robbo. I'm just putting it out there.
Oh, calm down.
Nah, because it's the decline and the incline. You see what I'm trying
That's
to say?
fine. I hear
You see what I'm
that.
trying to say? Yeah.
I hear that 100%. I hear that. But we've done too much business with them, man. We ain't running that lives business. We ain't getting into no dramas with them, man. But otherwise, I hear you. Estepunian is. Wait, bro. I watched him. He came for Villarreal, right?
Yeah, Villarreal, and he was class.
Bro, he played against Liverpool, and he gave Salah a very hard time. Very hard time. I know Salah scored in the end, and it's now we beat him at Anfield, but bro, I was impressed with him back then. You know what I mean? So I don't know. People coming up to man, let's keep sharing, liking, subscribing. Make sure you liking so the bro, get these teams off our screen. Newcastle, bro. I don't know, Billa. What are you saying about Newcastle?
Yeah, listen, Newcastle, you know what it is? It's the problem with Newcastle at home, St. James's Park, they got the energy, boom, run, press. Yeah, that can work, but sometimes you just have to play football. And today they showed that when it gets to it, to play football sometimes is a bit of a challenge. I don't know what's happened to Bruno Guimaraes. As of late, he's not looking like the same player that he was like before even the Carabao Cup final, you know, last season. Tonali again getting hooked off. You know, Joe Linton in the mid, like the ball retention of the team is quite poor. Obviously, Target today at left back didn't help. Dan Burn, Nick Pope, bloody hell, Nick Pope in goal.
What a solid, consistent keeper.
Yeah, you know, like it wasn't looking good.
I got a theory for you,
it's mad, man. Go on.
Arsenal say, "Hold my bottle."
Listen, I was talking to Grizz before the show about Newcastle. We're saying, listen, this is the history, you know, like sometimes even when they were really good, they come up a bit short. We saw what happened against Liverpool. It's happened before against Liverpool where they lose.
Are they feeling the pressure?
Fashion.
Are they feeling the pressure? Because they're considered one of the big dogs. Pretty much.
They're not. I think this season is telling for their ambition and for their manager, because no one can say he didn't get enough time to get them there. He's been knocking on the door, but surely this is the season for him to say, I'm one of the big six. Because if he can't say that, I think it'll be fair time for Newcastle to be like, fam, we've given you enough opportunity. You ain't cutting it. We can't be playing with him forever. Eddie Howe, I mean, I think he's done great, but it's time for them to move on to bigger and better things.
Oh, shit.
And it's no disrespect to him. Like I said, if he can retain top 4 again, I'll let him slide, Grizz. But if they're 6, or you know what I'm trying to say, they have to make that call. Yeah, they have to. They have to.
He's gone. I was disappointed with him, man. I didn't think they're going to lose today. When I looked at the lineups, I thought after the humbling with Liverpool and whatnot, they're going to be up for it. They're going to put in a show. One of those, one of them hard fought, maybe just grab a goal and just stiff it out. Brighton didn't let them breathe. Brighton did not let them breathe.
Minute 1, I tweeted Brighton on violence today. I could tell it was looking crazy from minute 1. I was like, yo, Newcastle today, figure out what's happening. Otherwise, you're going to get battered. And in the end, they did.
Also got a second statement on that. Anytime Almirang Stott or whatever his name is, they can't do it. He
call him Almirang.
Yeah, he's rank, man. He's rank out here, man. Now they need to clean him up. Here's the thing: you can't go in with an almost guy. Almirang is just almost. Ooh, he almost. Ooh, if he did that,
he had a hot streak last season. He
almost had one. He didn't even make it to 10 games. Almost had a streak.
People last about the Almirang.
He never. I was following him, Grizz. He never made it to 10 games. That's what it is. He's an almost guy.
Yeah, it was the best streak of his career last season.
But it wasn't 10 games. So that means he's just an almost guy who almost was on fire. You know, you rubbing the sticks and you see loose smoke. You're like, ooh, it's gonna blaze.
Even last week. Was it last week he hit the post? He went on some mad run, hit the post. Like
you're like, ooh, now that run. Ooh, I hit that. Almost.
Yeah. Quickly, guys. Quickly. I just want to ask you guys this. I'll just get this up very, very quickly. Thoughts on Newcastle's Champions League group, wherever it is, Group F.
Have fun. Right? Have fun.
They could finish second, no?
No.
Beat Milan, maybe.
What's his bill? Almost got out the group.
Almost made it to the big time. Newcastle. Are we calling him the almost? Yeah.
already.
No. Hold on a second.
Let's see, man.
I gotta call this guy out. The man said 9 games. What did I say? He never made it to 10. So you gonna tell me about 9 games for? You're proving my point, bro. 9 games scoring is a streak for an average player. 9 games scoring is his best ever.
9 games scoring is a streak for an average player. 9 games. What, he scored 9 games in a row?
Yeah, but he never made it to 10. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying the guy's dead. I'm just saying 10 games is where you're like solidified.
Yeah,
9 games is mad though. What's the record?
No. I'm saying it's a mad
11.
Nah, the record is like 15. I thought Vardy had.
Nah, I swear it's Vardy got 11. I can't remember. Someone in the comments tell us. I remember Vardy.
What I think what he means by almost guy is he's almost a great player.
Yeah, no, I agree in that sense.
Big guy. He's almost at a big club. He's almost talked on a level.
I'm just saying he's almost there, bro. You rubbing the sticks, you see the smoke, you almost made 5.
Michael says it's good to see Bilal back.
Yeah, man.
I got Michael, man, as always.
Where's Jason Timpot today? Not in the coaching box. Wasn't he in the coaching? I didn't see him.
I didn't even notice. I didn't watch the game, man. Jason,
that guy. Yo, people are coming up into the studio. We're gonna start getting you all on very, very soon. King's football show is in the building. Sem West is in the building. Why is King's got 2 things in the thing? I don't know how that works.
Maybe connect on 2 devices. Yeah.
Okay, cool. He sorted it out. Yeah, man. But look, there was a Newcastle game. Earlier on, there was the Forest-Chelsea game. We've touched upon that. Man City just do their thing. Ain't no problem for Man City, right? They're just coasting, cruising.
Ain't no one watching that, man. Ain't no one watching Man City, man. Let's be real, man.
Haaland
scored hat-tricks. We don't know.
Are we saying the title could be over at Christmas this time around? Because normally they start slow. Normally they start slow.
It all depends, man. Let's see what the rivals, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, if they can sort of keep up. And I think the head-to-heads are key. You can't not take. You have to beat Man City once at least, right? You can't lose to them twice, or even only get 1 point out of 6. You're gonna have to take some serious points off them when you go head-to-head. But City right now, man. Like today, to be fair, and the thing about football, they would have probably beat Fulham anyway. But that goal Aki scored, like, come on, man.
Yo,
to be honest. What's these refs on, man? I hate every week. There's it's nonsense, man.
No, but this one they've reviewed apparently, right?
They had the VAR check. They're watching Akanji interfere with the play.
Wait, how can the
like 10 times?
How can that was Zuberi? I don't know if you saw it. We were referencing, right? So Aki heads the ball like past the penalty box, right? And Akanji is in line with the goalkeeper. Akanji is in exact line where the ball goes into the corner, right? And he gets out the way to let the ball go through. How is that not interference? Can you look at that? So, does he let the ball go through his legs, Bilal?
Yeah, it pretty much went through his legs. Like Leno can't.
So how is that not interfering with play? On what level? On what eyesight? Or what intellect? What logic? Someone in the chat, even if it's a City fan who wants to stick up for that decision, because apparently even Haaland afterwards said, "Yeah, that was offside."
Yeah, fair play to Haaland. He said it. He said it like that was definitely the wrong decision. It should have been given as offside. And that's all. Haaland, by the way, just want to say, every interview he does, he comes off so well. Like they did it with the award show. See after the group stage draw. Like, yeah, Haaland's a top guy, man, on the mic as well. Not just on the pitch, on the mic as well. He knows how to really conduct himself. But yeah, that for sure is definitely an offside, man. And those kind of decisions, yes, City probably win the game anyway. But come on, like let's make it fair. Like don't kill them. Don't kill them before they've even done anything. And Fulham were actually trying, man. Like, even before that goal went in, they were winning the ball back so well. We're in a nice little kind of mid-block. And anytime the Man City players came into the zone, they were pouncing on them. They were winning the ball. The sloppy passes from Man City were being caused because of the pressure Fulham were putting on. And that goal being allowed, that's like a punch to the gut. They could have gone into halftime 1-1, pumped up, like, okay, let's see what we can do. And then in the end, they go down 2-1. They go
2-1 down with 5 minutes to go, or pretty much at halftime. That's the biggest deflator, and especially a goal like that when it doesn't deserve to be a goal. It's not. It wasn't a goal. Like it should have been talked off. Let me try and set up the order. What do you mean, man? Who keeps doing this, man? It's Zuberi. Yeah.
Nah, man.
No, it's me. It's me. It's me. Forgive me.
Nah, it's below, man.
Yeah, I'll take responsibility.
We're gonna do the order of callers straight away. I'm letting you lot know. It's Sam West first, then it's King's Football Show, then it's Nat Raj. Nat Raj is in the building on the eve of a big game, bro. Yeah,
Hey.
man, we're gonna hear Nat Raj. Wait, today we're gonna pin Nat Raj. We're gonna pin him. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is a big game for both. It's gonna be fun and games, Colonel. Tomorrow, but we gotta handle our business first, Colonel. Tomorrow, Aston Villa. What are you saying? I think Aston Villa are one of the form teams, you know.
Grizz, I'm gonna let you know straight up. The entire time last season, because you know, not like I was on the club out thing, but I was just always talking like he wasn't the guy. And then especially last season, people are like, yo, nah, maybe Zubiru was right. They were like, yo, Zubiru, who do you want to replace Klopp? The only name that I was really serious about was Emery, but I didn't want to say it. But let me land, and then I'll get into the game.
I'm not gonna say that.
So that man has, I think, probably the most Europa League trophies. Like that man wins in Europa, right, Bilal? Where are we right now, Bilal?
Listen, Emery, Benitez kind of vibe, man. He could.
No. Grizz, you see what I did right there? Because going into Europa with Emery, bro, that's yours. You know that's yours. With Klopp, we don't really know what's gonna happen. But back to the Villa game, problems. If we can turn over Villa, I think we're gonna win the league. And Villa, hear why I say that. I think we're gonna be the only team to take points off City. I don't even care if it's a draw. To win the league, you need to take points off them top 4 teams.
Wait. Stop. Wait. So if you beat Villa, you're gonna win the league.
Yeah, and here's what I'm saying is, you think I'm worried about Arsenal? Grizz, you worried about Arsenal?
No. Forget Arsenal. You talk about Liverpool. Like if they beat Villa, that's the game where you're like, yeah, we're gonna win the league.
The serious team in the league outside of City that everyone was worried about is Newcastle, and we've exposed them with 10 men. Liverpool fans aren't afraid of Arsenal, bro. You know this. The only team we're like, I don't really know. It was Newcastle. We didn't know what they was gonna do, fam. And we seen what they did, bro. The almost had Liverpool almost had us 2-0 down, fam. You think they're gonna come to Liverpool and ruffle us, bro? Nah, bro. We beat y'all with 10 men. We got this. So if we can step past Emery, who's left? Brighton. Okay, we'll see how they gel up. You know what I'm trying to say? But other than that, bro, we're basically running this. You think we're afraid of 7-Up? Not Raj, I apologize, but you think we're afraid of them, man? It's only
you're rating Villa. That means you rate Villa like they're the second best.
Bro, with Emery, he's
rating Emery. You see, he's got
Emery. I keep telling you back, bro. Emery's that guy. You know, sorry it didn't work out for you, man. That's how bad you man were. But Emery is serious business, bro.
Listen, Emery's a good coach, but one thing I'll say, I'm watching out for his away record this season. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. I can't remember, was it Sevilla or Villarreal? The guy didn't win an away game, I think, all season, right? Or close to it, right? So his away at home, yeah, listen, the Villa Park, he might cook some teams, you know, but away from home, let's see what Emery's doing. Already, what happened at Newcastle? 5-1, was it? Keep an eye. Anytime Villa go away from home, that's when we're going to find out if they're really serious or not. And tomorrow, there's no bigger test than going to Anfield. So let's see what they're on.
Tomorrow, you're right. Tomorrow, but they're playing us at a good time. Bring that thing up again. Sorry, 1 second, Bilal. Are we saying any changes to this? It's going to be this lineup, right, Zuberi? I can't see. The only one I can think of, because we know Konate is out injured. We know Virgil is suspended. So that back 4 takes. We're relying on Gomez and Matip. I don't know what form, what day, how they're gonna turn up, what move. I don't know. I'm going
Gomez and Kwanzaa still.
No, man, ain't gonna be Kwanzaa.
Bro, who is this Kwanzaa guy? I saw someone.
I think
it was Ben.
Who's this?
Ben. I think I saw this random name. Like, who is he? Kwanzaa. You know, that sounds like a Swahili word, man. What is this? Who's this one?
He's the new what? He's baby Virgil. Baby Virgil.
The man is.
You guys are maybe like Arsenal now. We want to bring youngsters because we ain't got defenders anymore. Go on.
Bella, let me tell you something about this Kwanzaa guy, fam. Talking about Swahili. Una toka wapi? I don't know where you from, bro. Kwanzaa is from Liverpool.
Man. England.
You know what I'm trying to say? He's from my guy's serious, bro. He come in a squad with 10 men against Newcastle and didn't concede.
Man saying Kwanzaa,
man.
But listen, the only dilemma in my head is Nunes or Jota, or possibly Gakpo, but it won't be Gakpo. I don't think. I think it's out of Nunes or Jota. I'm not here to. Nunes is a bad boy. What he done last week, 100%. Them finishes were deadly. They were like laser. You know them
surgical settings.
100%.
Like what the doctor ordered as well, you know.
The doctor definitely ordered it, bro. Bro, if he dragged them wide, like you remember, he was dragging them shots against Man City the other season, against Everton as well, dragging them shots wide, bro. People like Bilal and other rival fans and pundits, they would have been on his case, but he told them to sit down with them two finishes. Sit down, sit down. Are you playing him on the back of that hype, Zuberi, or because Jota's my guy? You know, Jota's still my guy.
You know, my guy is Gakpo.
No, I'm not playing Gakpo. Gakpo's not in the. I don't think he's in the conversation for tomorrow, personally.
You know, Grizz, people say I got wild takes. You got wild takes still. Nah, Gakpo's in there. Here's why Gakpo's in there. What Jota does, he does, and he also links the play a little bit better. And with his height, you know what I'm trying to say? He gives us just a little bit more option. He's not like a master in all the option, but he definitely brings a little bit more option to the team. Nunes is very direct, and if you snuff out his directness, we're limited now. You see what I'm trying to say? So Gakpo is the one you want to always start with, and based on the pattern of play, you can bring on. Because remember, he brought on Jota and Nunes, and that changed the game. If you start with them two, it's easier to limit them than Gakpo. So I'm just saying, off the start, you want to use Gakpo to kind of feel them out, see what they're doing, and then you attack them.
I just want to play with 11 men for 90 minutes.
Good luck with these refs.
Good luck with the refs.
Yeah, good luck with the refs. Men, you know, my brother Endo must have come in, and Szoboszlai and these guys must have come in and thought, are these new rules at Anfield? Like Liverpool can only play with 10 men. What's going on, man? Making me run.
I feel like they enjoy it at this point. Because we actually play better football with 10 men.
Szoboszlai is enjoying it. Szoboszlai is enjoying it. He's a machine. Bill, looking at the Villa team, they've been impressive, bro. I'm gonna ask you about this brother Moussa Diaby. He's electric.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. This guy, that's what I was saying. He was linked, obviously, to so many teams. I think Newcastle at one point into Arsenal. He's linked to everyone. I thought Man City, to be honest, were going to go in for Doku in the end, which for me is a worse player, to be honest, than Diaby. So I'm not sure why City never went in for him. But Villa have got themselves a real star player there. He's electrifying, and that attack with Watkins and Matty Cash, the other game, man, like him playing more advanced, like they're so direct when they can get, space in behind. And that's the thing with Liverpool tomorrow. With that defense of Gomez and Matip, Trent as well, we saw even last match, looking a little bit shaky here and there defensively. The stability, they're like, there's a bit of a weakness there, in my opinion. And if you're going to be thinking, on the break, we can do something. And even when the ball gets on the floor and they just want to control the tempo, Emery will be thinking Kamara, Luiz, McGinn, like these guys, man, you can play football as well. So I think it's going to be a really good game. And on the Liverpool side of things, it is interesting because Zoob's saying he'd start Gakpo. And I hear that in one sense that you want to keep the control of the game a little bit more. Gakpo can do the link up, he can do all of that. But for me, if you're Jurgen Klopp, you cannot put Nunes on the bench. Nunes has to start after what he did. That feeling he has right now, he needs to start the game. He needs to come with that energy. And I know you'd be thinking, leave him on the bench. He can come on when the game's a bit more open. He'd do the same thing again, maybe. But he needs that confidence.
You're saying utilize while he's hot.
Yes, because he's that kind of player. And every time he scores, you guys feel it. It's like electricity when Nunes scores a goal. Sometimes
it is.
Even as a neutral, you just watch it like, oof.
See what I'm saying? Even as a neutral, feel that chaos that he brings.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I got super chats on Auto Star, man, but luckily I found them again. Are you pressing some buttons or something, man? I thought it was on Auto Star. Like super chats, but all right, let's go through them.
I didn't even know that was a thing, Auto Star.
Yeah, man, Auto Star super chats, man. Jiwa, hold on, man. Let me take this off so we can see thing, man. 1 second, man. Yeah. All right. Chelsea fans are here. We're trusting the process. We believe in our process. Liverpool and Arsenal got chess with one league from 20 and 33 years ago. Relax. We're relaxed, bro. Do you see
Bro,
us?
they've been telling me trusted process since Tuchel, bro.
Do you see us not relaxed?
We're happy, man. We're happy, man. We support, support nice teams, man. We know what we are.
Wait,
We're all right, man.
I know people question my football knowledge, like good stuff because they remember football games from 1994, right? But I swear Tuchel left and Lampard came back in. And there was a process starting to be reset, and then they bring Potter in, and then the process was going to be started, but it never got finished.
Excuse me.
So, if sir, if you can kindly educate me, I need to know where the process is. Did you guys put initiate or push start button yet? Because trusting a process that haven't started, fam, it's mad. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Mane have a run. Says Kwanzaa is our Colwell. Remember, I told
Colwell, another player, man.
Yeah. Is he deserving of the hype? Because
no, he's not, man. Left foot tax, man. Left foot tax.
Grizz,
He's a good player.
Grizz.
He's good on the ball.
Grizz.
But when someone's left-footed, young, decent looking, it's one of those ones. People start £100 million. Joke.
Nah, you see that Grizz guy
finished,
over there.
man.
Nah, you see Grizz right here talking about, yo, Zabibi, I'm telling you, Colwell, and I'm like, bro,
he's not even that quick, man. And he's being exposed a little bit now. His pace ain't really there,
bro. You're the first person to mention Colwell to me. I went into my WhatsApp group. I'm like, yo, who's this Colwell guy Grizz talking about?
What did I say about him though? I didn't overhype him.
Yeah, you did. You said we need to go and get him.
No, I didn't say that shit.
You said that. You said he's the one you wanted.
Yeah, I do. I'm still saying I would have taken it, but the price was overhyped. Hear what I said in it? I said the price is crazy that was being quoted, and that's why we didn't pursue it. Red Heart actually says Ferguson did me real bad. I had him at FPO for the first 3 minutes.
This is why I don't play this. I refuse. People give me links to join. I said I'm going to go this year. I can't. It
drives you mad.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. I gave up. I gave up before it even started.
He follows it up with, he says, I think that tomorrow midfield will be Maka, Dom, and Gakpo. Front three will be Diaz, Nunes, and Salah. Now, we ain't playing Gakpo midfield, man.
The only reason I would agree with
Maka,
this, no. But if you look at Villa midfield, they don't have like a guy that can break the lines dribbling wise. So Villa will be looking to like spread the game where.
The young guy, man. What's his name?
McGinn can.
Yeah, not McGinn. The other one.
No, McGinn. Kamara does.
Ramsey, bro.
Nah, but he's not.
Ramsey plays. If he plays,
man.
Even Luis can. If you give him.
And Luis is more of a dirty graft.
Yeah.
But he can. He's got some.
The only one they got is Ramsey. That's what I'm trying to show you. So if we have one that can run through the middle, it might benefit us.
Bedge tip up next. Mane have a run, says, in terms of a start.
Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite.
No, not for a start.
I want to be slapped up so hard and proved wrong about Bejitic. I'm ready to be humbled. That's what I'm saying. I'm ready. I would love it if Bejitic becomes the star and the main DM for Liverpool for years to come. I would love it. And I will be in the mud.
What, you didn't rate him?
Not like that.
Oh.
Not like that. I rate him. Like, he's a good player. Yeah, man. Young Bejitic, but not like that.
I see what you're saying.
Shall we start bringing some callers in, guys? Half an hour in. Over 430 of you guys in here. None of your business is in the building. He says, smash the likes for the left foot tax. He's talking about Colwell. Yeah, man. Yeah. Come on. Smash the likes for the left foot tax. It's true, though. I heard Bilal's theory on that. Good looking. Light skin.
Why do left foot players get so much tax?
Bruv, it's a rarity, innit? They look good,
it's rare, man.
It's the 15% of people that's left-footed thing. It's not the majority. What is it? Because I swear they get a lot of tax, man, for no reason. I'm right-footed, bro. I don't get that same type of love. I'll be jealous as well, man.
Bowley and Chelsea need a good cooking. Bro, they've got a good cooking, and we started off cooking them well. Let's see if Chelsea people respond in the chat, man. Good evening, lads, says Rooks. Rooks is in the building as well. People keep smashing up those likes. As I said, nearly close to 450 of you guys in there. We're talking all things Premier League. We're talking all things that you want to talk about. Sam West, are you in the building? Give me a chat. Let me know you're here and you're ready. Yeah, he's ready and he's live and he's direct. Welcome to the streamer, bro. Hope you're doing well.
Do you guys hear me good?
We can hear you
Yeah.
loud and clear.
Okay. I
Tell
want
us,
to ask you.
first tell us where you're calling from, and then tell us your team. Oh, we can tell your team.
Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands basically, so 19 years old, watch a lot of football. So, but I want to ask you something, Grizz. What kind of role do you think Gravenberg will play in your system?
That question is a whole show. That question
Yeah.
is a whole show. I'm not really sure, I don't know, Colonel. I don't know, Colonel's gonna have some takes on it. But yo, we got Nippon in the building, Chelsea fan. Hi, he says,
big up.
bro.
Hey, big up, man. Hey, seeing a Chelsea fan is a rarity
That's
as
what
well.
you see the smile on my face.
He's a warrior. He's a
You
warrior,
see,
man.
you see the smile on my
Respect.
face. When I see Nippon in the building, my smile goes out to see a Chelsea fan. I love the way
Yeah.
you Gravenberch.
That's a
Because he's
Dutch
Dutch, innit? He knows how
pronunciation.
to
Yeah,
say
man.
it. But while Sem,
Yeah. I think he's still there.
He's
I'll
still there.
answer it. Yeah, I think the role he plays, though, because you can probably do a show on it later on, but just to
100%.
kind of shoot at some points. I haven't seen him playing much for Bayern. Seen him before Bayern, and his footballing ability, I'm not gonna say it can be easily molded, but for the way we play, we've never had like a dominated midfield. So we're going from Brexit midfield to patchwork midfield. You see what I'm trying to say? So I cannot say, oh, Klopp is going to go to a more progressive midfield or more progressive midfield tactics. I think he's just going to try to run the same system, the Brexit midfield, with just better quality players. Like, I really think he's going to do that. Because I do see Sabazalai running down the right, overlapping Salah, dropping back, helping Shum. I'm seeing him on the left-hand side. McAllister. So I think the midfield is just going to be very fluent where all three of them understands the assignment. That was what the Brexit was doing. They just understood the assignment. They know what the left side guy does. So if he's not over there, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's just going to be a fluent midfield. The same way our front three was kind of fluid at one point. So I think that's just how Klopp is going to run. And what he's looking for is ballers in there that can defend, you know what I'm saying, have a good passing on them, can drive with the ball as well, dictate, stick a foot in. And I think he checked all those boxes. I just don't see how Bayern was using them to say, maybe we're going to take some of that with it. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah,
how I
Bayern
think
was
it is, man.
misusing it though.
Well,
Bayern was
Sam,
using it more like a 10.
Sam, I was going to say,
Okay.
you're probably the best person equipped to tell us about Gravenberch. The way you said it, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it too. Don't mess
Yeah,
with
he's
me.
more like a 8 who's first on the left side of the midfield, but
Mm-hmm.
he can also play in the 2-mans. But I think he's great in the 8 role for Liverpool. But
Okay,
you have
but the way he
McAllister,
plays,
so
I was gonna say. So I've got a feeling he's gonna be tried to be molded into a deep lying playmaker. Do you think that's a mistake?
I think it's a mistake because he never played in a role for Ajax, and at Bayern he only played as a 10. So I think he needs someone, but maybe Trent can help him as well. So I don't know if he played a further role again this season, but at times in a game, because he's more like he comes like a Frankie de Jong, but not Frankie de Jong, if you know what I mean. He asks for the ball, but he's not the guy who makes the.
I don't think he's got the long passing range of Frankie. I think he's got the short passing game of Frankie.
Yes.
Frankie de Jong. I think he's got the ability to move with the ball probably better than Frankie because he's so strong on the ball.
Yeah, he's physically good.
Hey?
He's actually good on the ball physically.
Yeah.
A good ball carrier.
You know,
and I don't know why Bayern used him as a 10 because he is the guy who creates.
He's too big, right? He's too big as well to be a 10, right? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he's quite imposing. He's 6'3" apparently.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, can he play? Fast. Would you? Are you a Liverpool fan, bro?
No, I'm actually a Spurs fan, but.
Okay, I see that. You're a bit
my days
hyped up about that as well. But I was going to say to you, do you think he could play in a 2 with McAllister, for example? Would that?
I think so, but I don't know who's going to be the dominant when you're.
Yeah.
And also when you're defending, I don't know if that's going to help. Endo is maybe the right player that kind of system where Soboslai can roam to forward and McAllister can be the number 8 who dictates the
Bilal,
play.
looking from the outside, how do you see the Gravenberch signing? How did we pull that one off? And when we pull that one off, are you worried that they got Gravenberch?
Potentially, obviously, if it works out, it could be amazing. Could be like an Odegaard to Arsenal, where you get this player who's got this mad potential, and you guys make him into that final product. That could be another way to look at it. But also, what's the fee? 40 million in the end. And for me, if I was Liverpool, I would have preferred maybe take him on loan, give him a year, and then if he does a bit well, then you pay the money to Bayern. Because Bayern, to be honest, I don't think they had a real plan or even way to use him because of even the way they play. And I agree. I've always thought Gravenberch is like a Pogba type player. That's the way I viewed him. I don't know from the outside. That's the way I looked at him. Yeah, that number 8 from the left.
In the youth, he actually got compared to Pogba. So
yeah, very similar. Like he might not give you, and this is the thing with Liverpool, is he going to be able to get up to speed with the intensity that Liverpool's going to demand? Because listen, Bayern as well. The intensity Bayern demand in the Bundesliga. It's not easy. I know people say Bundesliga.
That was one of the reasons why he wasn't trusted by Tuchel. Has he got? Because that's the only thing. Sam, I'm going to ask you as well. That's the only thing I doubt him on, in terms of his intensity and his defensive awareness. Yeah, they're the two things that I think need to be worked on him, and I'm not ashamed to say it big time. Apart from that, I think he's got it all.
The intensity part. He actually showed in the last season of Ten Hag a lot of intensity, because Ten Hag, that's the only thing he said he lacked in the attacking kind of football. So, but the defensive awareness, I actually think also, because he also got covered by Alvarez. So
he was playing alongside
Blind also, and Blind is also who actually covered the place where he was in defensive kind of in the aspect of the defensive kind of thing.
Kind of where you see him, man. I like
I said,
I like his profile. Sorry, I like his attributes in isolation. So if we're just judging him on the player, he's got height, physicality, he's got a touch, he likes to have a feel of the ball, he's got quick feet for a big guy as well. He's graceful mover with the ball. He's got a strike on him. I don't rate his long range passing, but I like his short range passing. But I don't like his intensity sometimes. Pretty much, I think I'm pretty much describing Pogba.
Yeah,
and he also looks nonchalant when you're losing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was gonna be what I was about to say, because I was about to say, like, I don't know what his lung capacity is, because Pogba had everything. He just looked like he didn't have the lungs. You know what I'm trying to say? Because that's what you really need to get that body going, running up and down with that, like you said, Bilal, the intensity. You need lungs for that. So I don't know if it was a lung capacity was always low, or he just didn't really care. He just always played like, maybe it's even like the manager or the system he was playing in. Because some players, they have all the gas in the tank, but they're like, bro, I'm not gonna speed up just to go down to the end of the block and back, bro. I'm just take my time and go down there and come back. Under the right circumstances,
was good.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, like, under the right manager and the right system, bro, you see some players come alive. You're like, bro, you can run like that? I've never seen you run like that. So maybe, and we all praise Klopp for being one of the greatest man managers. I've never heard anyone say Tuchel was a great man manager. So if Tuchel couldn't unlock this guy, maybe Klopp is the one to go in there with that key. You know what I'm trying to say? Pedal to the metal, man. We're seeing Gravenberch running, and we'll be like, yo, nah, man, this is a whole nother level. Klopp touched him. You know them one? The Reverend put his hands on you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But Sam, I'm going to ask you, has he got that? Has he got that, like what was Zuberi saying, that capacity to, because he's young.
He's young, man. He's young. He can go up again.
He's actually the youngest player after Seedorf who made his debut at Ajax. So
wow.
16 years old he was, and this is his
double
5th year
sessions.
now.
Can I say something, Sam? Then I'm going to ask you, because we've been speaking about players that have made their debuts or played a lot of football in their lives. Remember, we've discussed Rooney and Walcott, and we've said, like, it doesn't matter how old you are; it depends how much mileage you've got in your legs.
Mhm.
Sam, he's played from the age of 16. Was he a regular in Ajax? Was it like, do you think there was a lot of responsibility, or maybe too much responsibility for a kid, or why did he not fall off? But why wasn't he be able to continue that intensity through to Bayern? Because it was a big move. Surely Bayern didn't see something in him to continuously start him, if you know what I mean. Do you think there was too much football as he played? In a way, do you think this year off, because he's had a year off, right?
Yes.
Might work for Liverpool?
I actually think he left too early, but the contract situation was also there. That's why I think Bayern actually got him, because he only costed 20 million and he was 20 years old. He played in a good Ajax system, and Nagelsmann was over there, but I didn't know of Nagelsmann actually knew him as a player, because actually the excuse this year was, yeah, Nagelsmann got him, but Nagelsmann wasn't using him. He actually used Sabitzer over him. So
That's
I think
crazy.
Klopp can get him good, but the defensive point is actually what I'm worried about.
It's key.
The runs, yeah. And actually in the midfield, if you play McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch, yeah, I don't know if there is actually a lot of compactness when you're defending.
Sam, you've made
attacking wise is good.
Sam, you made some wonderful points, man. You've got us thinking, man, and thank you very much for calling in, bro. It's been nice speaking to you. And yeah, man, Spurs are doing well. Quick word on Spurs. Where are you finishing before we move on to the next? What are you saying about Spurs? Are you ready? Are you hyped up?
I already had high hopes because I know a lot about Ange Postecoglou, but I don't know. It also depends on the injuries, because if Romero gets injured, or we have to play Sanchez or Madison. There are too many vital players.
It's long. If you have to play, if you have to go back to Sanchez, it's long.
That's my favorite player, by the way, Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah, I know. I know. But I think we can get fifth or fourth, maybe. I have high hopes.
Sam, you've been one of my favorite callers in a long time. Everything that you've said has been sensible, rational logic. I thought you were going to get carried away, but you said fourth, fifth about Spurs. You're on it. It's a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, man. Big up, man.
Bye-bye.
Cool.
All the best. Yeah, bro. Spurs are playing. Bruv, that guy, you know that guy, innit? Yves Bissouma.
Yeah.
Oh, what a player, man. What a player. There was a time in my life where I wanted Maddison and Bissouma at Arsenal. They're both at Spurs now. I don't know how life works like this.
Your talent ID. Yeah.
When I saw them playing the other day, and I just, even though it's Tottenham, but because I wanted them so much together at Arsenal, I was like, yeah, man, I had vision. And they're playing some really nice football. North London derby soon as well. Can't wait for that. It's going to be
a mad game.
After this one, after Man United, so next match.
No.
Yeah.
After the Man United international break, and then we come back to the North London derby.
Yeah,
football is back.
Nah, Bilal don't sound up for it. Man is like, yeah.
I'm up for it, man. Listen, we're both at home. We should slap Man United and Tottenham. I'm not even being cocky and like Arsenal should be slapping both of them, but still, it should be a good game. And Maddison, what a player, man. Got called up to England as well.
So far, you've got to say signing of the season for me. Am I wrong?
Wait, what? Wait. What are you talking about, Grizz?
Am I wrong?
Grizz, what did you just say?
Signing of the season.
Who? McAllister?
No, Maddison.
Not Grizz, man. Nah,
for the price. Listen, because if you ask me,
first,
do you want Havertz or Maddison?
Hold on. We're gonna pause. We're gonna have 2 minutes on this. We're gonna have 2 minutes. Big up Crown vs FIFA. New channel member. Just become a new channel member. Big up yourself, my bro.
Bigger, bro.
Okay, go on. Why are you shocked up?
Grizz, I'm not trying to. I'm gonna have to do it. I apologize. I don't care, bro. You're a hypocrite. You told me about James Ward-Prowse as well.
No, did I? You just made that shit up right there. I never said.
The chat helped me. Nah, the chat helped me still. But now Ward-Prowse is bigger than Maddison, bro. And I'm saying that.
I'm focusing on Maddison. Don't move from the.
But you said signing of the season.
Yes, so far.
Ward-Prowse.
Nah, man.
What
Come
price
on.
to me, man?
Sign of season's Declan Rice. Let's be real. But after that, we can go Madison.
Right now, the best signing who has had the key impact on his team, including price, context, what was expected of the team. If you roll it all up, put it in
Hendo is a shout as well.
Wait,
2 games, 10 men.
I'm doing a
Never
poll.
lost.
I'm doing a
Endo,
poll.
Yana.
I'm
Endo.
coming back. I'm coming back. I'm doing a poll. Bring in the next call or do something. I need to get off the screen. I'm doing a poll.
Who's next, man? Let's see who's next.
I'm doing a poll. It's Kings.
Kings, yeah. Kings is next. All right, Kings. Hope you're ready. I'm gonna get you on.
I'm doing
right
a poll.
now, man. Like Kings. All right, man. Kings, bro. Welcome. Our Grizz is setting up this this poll to see who's the best signing. How you doing, man?
I know you heard.
I'm good. I'm good.
Do you have a candidate for signing of the season so far? Before you get going, just let us know if you have a candidate for signing of the season so far.
Speak about signing of the season for me. Yeah, what is it? 4 games in, but obviously Madison has had the most impact on any team for me. If you look at awful Spurs were last season, and you look at what they're doing this season, you got to give it to Madison.
So where was he in the cup game? Where was he in the cup game? So we're gonna pretend like the cup game didn't happen. But we pretend the cup game didn't matter.
But he didn't start that game. So that's on the manager. That's on the manager.
Yep.
For not starting.
King's re-saying, bro, I'm back on the page. This is why you're king. King knows his ball. Even though King is an Arsenal fan, look how he hyped up Madison. He's not hyped up. Don't need to hype him up. It's only 3 games. But into 4 games? 4 games. It's been 4 games.
But Madison is a baller. Like, I think everybody thought he would have left less than 2 seasons. All right.
I want Zubairi to give me an alternative to. He's telling me James Ward-Prowse.
That was your guy. You
I
said
I didn't ask us the question. The question is,
Madison. Bro, I'm putting Hendo over Madison.
Fuck out of here, man.
What do you mean, bro? The man made his debut with 10 men down, didn't concede a goal. The man played in another game 10 men down, bro. Bro, even Sabazala had more impact.
Zoom, you didn't know who Endo was like 3 weeks ago, bro. You can't.
Nah. Bilal. No. Stick up in. Bilal, you're a hypocrite as well. Me, you, and Grizz was on the stream. No. Hold on. Let me cook. Me, you, and Grizz was on the stream last year, and I'm ringing off Asian players that I want to see in the Prem. I gave you Hendo. I gave you Daichi Kamada. And I gave you Ritsu Doan. You was on that stream.
Okay, you know, fair enough. Because I do remember talking about Japan.
Don't play with me, fam. Don't play with me, fam.
Okay.
Oh shit, you did.
I can see.
I'm sorry, King. I'm sorry.
It's your time. Sorry. You're cool, bro. Your segment. Talk, brother. Talk.
But just my last point on that question. Is it fair to say that because Endo's just played 2 games, where the rest have played 4 games, you got to go for the sample size that's big?
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I think he's just. I don't know why he's saying Endo. I think he's just. You know what I mean? Okay, he's got someone with him. I'm with Zubairi 100%.
10 games. 10
but then you got
games.
It's Zubairi's burner account, isn't it?
Now Zubairi's
that's Zubairi's second name, man.
Yeah.
He's just your real name.
He's just a troll.
Now, every time I speak facts, man, say I'm a troll, bro. Bro, the man played 2 games, 10 men, didn't lost none, fam. But no one want to talk about Spurs, bro.
Kings, what are you saying, bro? Talk to us. What's your topic? What's your agenda, man? Fuck our one, man.
Tomorrow, innit? And I'm looking forward to the big game. For me, that's the one I grew up on. That's the one that I look forward to most. For me, is Arsenal versus Man United. Fergie versus Wenger. Ruud van Nistelrooy versus Martin Keown. Vieira versus Keane. You know the deal. And we've seen some epic, fantastic clashes between the 2 teams. I'm really looking forward to the game because I think both managers are under pressure. Not that they're going to get sacked, but both managers need to keep on their season now. So for Arteta, we won 2 and we draw 1, even though we should have won that game against Fulham. It's very poor to not win when 1 man up at home and 2-1. You have to win. There's no excuse. That's poor. And in the first 2 games, it wasn't like we were firing off either. So they're question marks. about Arteta this season. Can he live up to last season? You know, can he keep that up, or was it like a one? It was just like a freak season, like a Brendan Rodgers thing, and he can never replicate it. So it's pressure on him. It's pressure on Ten Hag as well, because Man United did well to finish third and win the Carabao. But when you look at the amount of away games they didn't win, when you look at the style of play, when you look at the money spent and the expectation of such a big club, the pressure is there. And so far, we don't know yet what Ten Hag is going to do with Man United. I think a lot of people were expecting better football, but it's almost like it's a more structured Ole football, if that's fair to say.
More structured Ole football, huh? Villa, how you sum up what Kings is saying about the game tomorrow? I'm just going to put you on mute because you've got a bit of background noise with you, Kings, yeah? But when you speak, I'll let you unmute you again. What are you saying, man, in response to that?
Yeah, man, I agree with a lot of what King said. For me as well, Arsenal, Man United, this is the game where I personally, if it doesn't go my way, I have to turn off my phone, basically. I'm not going outside. This is that game. You know, Tottenham is beef, but because Tottenham, they're little bros, you know, it's one of those. I remember growing up, we didn't even lose to Tottenham for like 10 years. So it's one of those ones. It's a derby, but it's not Man United. Man United is the one where, listen, if we don't win, we draw anything, I'm turning off my phone. I'm not talking to anyone, you know, for a good 2 days. Let the disaster just go away. But really and truly, I agree as well. Arteta, in a way, for me, I think this is the first season since he's come into the club where I feel like he will be under pressure if things don't pick up, you know, and go better. Because even right now, we're hearing reports of Thomas Partey being injured, you know, for 3 months. Some people say maybe until January he might even be out. Who knows? Let's wait and see on that one. It's not confirmed by anyone, right? These are the kind of things that Arsenal fans have been talking about. Defenders being let go like Tierney. You know, he maybe could have helped. Yes, he don't fit into the system, right, of Arsenal. Yes, Arteta doesn't want to use him even when he's there, but surely he's a buddy. And right now, you look at our defensive options, it's not looking great once you get past the Salibas and the Gabriels, you know, the Ben Whites and Tomiyasu's. Yeah, they can play centre-backs, but they're playing fullback at the same time. So we're kind of stretched now at the back. And all of these sort of decisions, a Kai Havertz signing, that's a big one. 3 games into the season, guys. 3 games into the season. And Arteta is doing press conferences defending Kai Havertz, like saying we've got to get off his backs. He's talking about the fans, blah, 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 blah. For me, this is not good signs. You shouldn't be having to come out 3 games into the new season and trying to defend one of your big money signings, you know, because he knows the fans are on. We're on it. We're on Havertz, bro, because I'm not trying. You see that game Havertz performed against Fulham? I swear if I see that one more time, bro, I think everyone's going to lose it, you know, so it's one of those ones.
I gotta ask you, man, because I want to ask you about, you know, the player I want to ask you about, but I'm gonna save him for last because King is here, and I want to put that pressure on King as well. But Havertz, bro, you sure you have seen enough of him at Chelsea to know that's not the guy?
Listen, I remember one game last season, and I tweeted he wasn't moving, you know, he wasn't running, and I was thinking, this guy, why would any manager put him on the pitch? He's not giving you anything. But obviously, when Arteta signs him, Edu brings him in, they start talking about. You think, okay, maybe they see something in him that maybe no other managers managed to get out of him. But listen, so far with Havertz, one thing I'll give him credit for, and this is literally the bare minimum credit I'm going to give him, the things that I was worried about, the lack of intensity that I saw, you know, at Chelsea for a few times, I've seen an improvement in that. He's been, you know, winning the ball, doing tactical fouls.
He gets busy, though. I'll give him that.
He's been getting a little bit busy here and there. But the basics of being a midfielder, I don't. Rob.
I think he likes personality. I think he likes personality.
People are giving him the ball. Like the other game, right? Twice, Martinelli gave him the ball one time. Instead of doing something with it, he just gives it away straight away. Martinelli having to chase the ball back before it goes out of play. Can't remember who did the pass as well. Either Saliba or Rice. They cut the ball. You know, they broke the lines. You know, it was to Havertz. If he just turns, he can run into a lot of space, and then people are going to come up for the attack. What did he do? One touch is going back, and all of a sudden we're under pressure. And these are the sort of things I know. If I gave the ball there to Fabio Vieira, who came on the other day against Fulham, you saw exactly what he did in those positions that Havertz was getting in. If you gave the ball to Smith Rowe, if you gave the ball to Trossard, even if we put Gabriel Jesus in that position, he would do way more than what Havertz was doing last match. So Havertz and Arteta are under big pressure because that is the signing that's make or break. Now that Timber's injured, Timber was, to be honest, when Timber was fit, the transfer window was looking good because Timber was, he was cooking straight away. He looks like an Arsenal player. Rice, we saw what he did against Palace, for example. 10 men down, how he held the whole midfield together. Declan Rice, certified signing. But Kai Havertz, bro, we're keeping an eye on you because I'm telling you, one more performance like Fulham.
Wow, one more already. Are you already
one more? I swear down. If I see one more game like that,
nah, you tripping, Villa, man. Let the man cook.
One more.
I got one question. I got one question for both you fans. Is this the season for Eddie? 3 games, 2 goals.
Bro, you remember?
I don't like him.
King, I'll let you because it's your time to speak, right? Remember last season? I said Nketiah is better than Nunes, and you man all laughed at me. You'll see this season. You will see this season. Nketiah, Eddie's in the room.
King, what are you saying? King, what are you saying? Surely you're not saying that.
I think, sometimes when we look at centre forwards, we forget that they are late bloomers. So I'm going to name you a few players. I'm not saying that Eddie will reach their levels yet, but when you look at like Oliver Giroud, he didn't bang until he was like 26. You look at Didier Drogba, he didn't bang until he was like 26. You look at Ian Wright, he didn't bang early. Jamie Vardy, he didn't bang early. Sometimes with centre forwards, until they stop, growing and the coordination is there and the confidence is there and the body strength is there, they look a bit lost. And Eddie, I think most Arsenal fans have known that he's quite clinical in front of goal, but when it came to, his build up, his link up, and his presence in the game, he just wasn't there. And then, last season, he came out of preseason and he looked a lot stronger, a lot more bulkier. And we started to see something, when he was starting game and Jesus was out. He actually did something, but obviously, it's never been on a long, consistent run with Eddie. He's always like, it's 4, 5, 6 games. It looks really good. And then it looks like the tank is finished. And it could also be down to the fact that he's never had a full season where he's starting. He's always been in the under 21. And then after that, he went on loan to Leeds, but he was only there for 6 months. And then he came back to Arsenal. So he's never been the main guy. So I think it's taken him time for him to develop because he hasn't had that ability to play week in, week out. And I think now that he's a bit older, a bit stronger, we are starting to see the real Eddie. This doesn't mean that he's going to go on and become world-class and all of that, but I do think he will become a better player than maybe a lot of Arsenal fans were anticipating, because one thing you can tell Eddie is that he got that mentality, He never feels sorry for himself. He never gives up. He's never angry. He always keeps on working harder and harder and harder. And every manager praises his attitude, and you can see it on the pitch. So fair play to him.
I hear all of that. And I respect all of that. But I'm going to ask both of you one question, or maybe it's like a couple of questions roll into the same point I'm trying to make. I understand why Arteta is under pressure this season. Simply because of the amount of money he spent. I use the same logic for Chelsea. I use the same logic for Man United. So I'm going to keep it level and I'm going to keep it the same logic for Arsenal. With the money that he spent, he still didn't involve a prolific goal scorer in that money being spent because he's relied on Eddie being that guy. Gabriel Jesus, I think we've got enough sample size to know that he's not a prolific goal scorer. Is that fair, first and foremost? Let's get a nod or a nod, whatever, either way, yes or no. That's right. So we agree with that. So therefore, you spent hella money on your midfield, include Havertz and Rice. That's like, what, 170 million between them two? Timber was a baller. Should he have spent some of his budget on finding a goal scorer? And is that why he's under pressure now? Because now he's relying on, if it's not Gabriel Jesus, he's relying on an Eddie Nketiah, who you guys have described hardworking, raw, young, work hard, this and that. You're looking to mess with who? You're looking to mess with Haaland and Man City here. That's my question points to you guys. I think that's why he's under huge pressure. Arteta.
Go on first, man.
you want me to go on first?
Yeah.
So I think for me, yeah, what people forget is that last season was our highest goal scoring season ever. And that was without a prolific goal scorer. So there is another way to do it. We've seen it before with Liverpool, with Benzema. We've even seen it with City, with Jesus. And, you know, we saw it with even Real with Benzema for a couple of seasons. He was never that prolific. It wasn't until Ronaldo left he became that baller. So you can do it without a goal scorer. I think the pressure is more on Arteta for the fact that in December he's been in 4 years and he's been given time and he's been given authority to do what he wants to do. I think that's more the pressure rather than him having that number 9. And I think that if you look at the number 9s that were moving this summer, if you don't put out over 100 million, who do you get who can guarantee you figures? Because United went on and got Højlund.
Has that brother David moved from Lille? Jonathan David.
But he's another one.
That guy's a bum,
like the last season.
I agree with you. But a lot rate him. I was about to laugh if you're gonna rate
that the Canadian guy.
No.
The Canadian guy.
Like a B-Tech Lacazette. No, I'm not. Nah.
No, but people love him. People rate him highly. Wait, don't even say B-Tech.
There's a reason.
Lacazette,
bro.
He's another Patson Daka, right? He's another Patson Daka. He would do all right, but he won't do amazing. I think he would get 10 to 12 Premier League goals, Jonathan David. I don't see him getting 20, 25. And that's the problem. That's what you want.
Yeah, but this was the one.
Maybe.
So do you know who the one was for me? Yeah. And I said this last season. For me, is Evan Ferguson. He was the one.
We're breaking the transfer record again, yeah? Right. That's all our money gone on one guy next summer.
But if you look at it, yeah, if we bought him this summer, it would have been maybe 90 million plus add-ons.
There's no way Brighton would have sold him this summer. Impossible. They wouldn't have sold him this summer.
No, but Brighton sells. If the money is right,
for
120 M, maybe you would have got him this summer. There's no way they would have sold him for 90
never know, bro. That kind of money is ridiculous for a 19-year-old man.
They've got so much money already, man.
And they've got so much
Europa
money.
League. Look at the signing.
Yeah, they love money over there.
They're not selling at Ferguson, man. This next summer maybe, and it's gonna be. It has to be, I think, minimum at this rate. The market is broken, so it's probably 120 minimum to just get conversations going. And listen, I think he's worth the money. Like if you pay that money at 18 years old. The talent he's shown already, the finishing, the strength, everything, right? I would pay that money in a heartbeat, right? To get him in. And then you have him, Eddie,
to do it.
Yeah, no. Listen, yes, that's a Sir Alex type signing. I know people will say, I think he's a Man United fan as well. I think it's one of those ones, right?
Is he Man United or Liverpool fan?
He's a Man United fan from what I know. From what I've seen.
I think he had trials at Liverpool or something.
Yeah, he talked. I think it might have been trials or academy, something like that. I remember him speaking about it as well.
Yeah, he had a trial.
Yeah, something.
That's a shout. You know, that's a shout, King. I think Ferguson. Ivan Toney's the one though. Like Colonel was nodding when I was saying Tony. He's the one that should be on everyone's. Like Spurs for Kane replacement. You guys for a prolific goal scorer. Even Man United. I know they bought that Højlund geezer. Yeah. This guy should have been on everyone's number.
Yeah, it's the brand thing, ain't it?
Question though, Kings, especially as a fellow Arsenal fan, for me, I'm not really bothered about our attack at all, right? Even Havertz being there and just doing whatever, I'm not bothered. Like that's what I just wanted defenders, man, at the club. I wanted a defender, like a proper defender, like a Gay, for example, at Palace. Why don't we spend 40 million, 50 million, bring him in, you know? Get me a proper right back maybe to go on the overlap. Today I was seeing Lamptey, I'm like, we don't have that, like those two sort of profiles in the team. For me, that would have been way more important than even in January and next summer. I need to see. I'd rather see more defenders come in.
This guy, is he ready to go up another level?
Seen enough.
No, not to a title-winning team. I think for him, he's where he needs to be. He's at a club that is growing steady. I think Villa is good for him. I think that's his level. And that's not disrespect.
I think we all take Tony, right?
Tony.
Yeah, Tony's a bad boy still.
Yeah, agreed, man.
Tomorrow, King.
Tony is a bad man. But I have a question to you guys in regards to Tony. Will he work hard enough to play for a club for Arteta and
He
and
has to.
that's
He's
my
a
only
very
question.
hard worker, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't understand this
Because
question,
when
bro.
you look at his sprints and the mileage he covers, they're never very high.
Bro,
Really?
he's playing for
And he
Brentford. They don't run a lot, bro. They're on the
like
back foot.
and Bemo does the grafting, and he does the link up.
He's got a point. He's got.
He's a focal point. He's a focal point. That's why I don't need to be running around like a
Now, listen,
like some any guy.
Here's the thing.
But he's talking about.
If you look at those numbers, King,
I don't
if
know
you
what
look
he's
at
talking
those numbers, the numbers are correct. I will give you that because I'm a big stats guy, right? But if you take them out of context, it do a disjustice. Like I said, he plays for Brentford. They don't play possession based where he has to run around and find space and do all that stuff. Most of their goals, bro, it's just him and Mbeumo. 1-2, boom, they're in. You see what I'm trying to say? So the way they play, none of their attacks are beyond like 60, 30 seconds. It's really not. So the type of running he'll be doing in another team, I think it's easy to translate. It's just he's doing the most he can for Brentford, and no one can deny him of that. Like, for you to say, yo, he needs to be doing more, running more for Brentford, bro, not the way they play. Remember, they're always on the back foot. Very rarely Brentford come out and run at you in certain ways where you're like, yo, nah, man, this guy's really a problem. He's finding space, his pocket, picking up this. They don't play that way. So when you look at his stats compared to like another top striker, it's not going to really look close, but you can't deny what he's been doing for Brentford, fam. Dangerous guy right there, man. He's a finished product, man. He's just ready for that next move so he can probably showcase the rest of his attributes, bro, because I think he's limited. Bro, man's limited to counterattacking corners and free kicks. And he's still back.
And that's fair. I think one thing that's underrated with Ivan Toney is his technical ability.
Business there, kind of come through there, you know. That's like, yeah,
that's my guy still, man. It's my guy. I wanted to buy him in the band just in case Nunes didn't cook, but Nunes was like, "Bun that, Colonel, I'm cooking early."
Tomorrow, Bilal, you gotta give Havertz more time, man.
Yeah,
you gotta. Did you know what it is? Yeah,
one more match tomorrow. Because I know he's starting tomorrow.
King, you said more time. Bilal says 90 minutes.
Tomorrow, Man United. Let's be honest, yeah. Man United are not.
Bilal said one more game. You know?
Yeah, one more. I've got Smith Rowe just chilling on the bench.
Oh yeah.
For who? For this guy. I can't believe my eyes, man. Havertz, I'm watching you.
But do you know what it is, Bilal? Do you remember when Odegaard came on loan and people were saying he's slow, he's weak, he doesn't score, doesn't do. Yeah. Like sometimes with players here, they need to get into their, mood. He need that confidence. He need to understand, because he never played with a player like a Martinelli or Zinchenko. They had very different profiles at Chelsea. So he needs to learn the Arsenal way, and learning the Arsenal way with the pressure, with that fee, with the new system, you can see that he's doing it slowly because he doesn't want to do the wrong thing. So off the ball, he works hard, he wins the duels, he covers a lot of ground, which is surprising. I thought off the ball he was
off the ball. Yeah, exactly.
I thought off the ball he's been good, but on the ball, it's like he's thinking and then he does instead of you do automatically. So I think let's give him a bit more time.
I'm with Kings
and see. Give him a bit more time, yeah. Not just one more game. Because do you know what it is? Yeah, he's already here and he's our player. Hating on him is not going to help him because he knows about the fans, and you can hear it in the press conference. There's a reason why Arteta is talking about it. He's here. Let's give him this season. Let's see what he can do, and then let's have this conversation next season. Because the thing is, this year we've already bought him. There's a plan why they bought him. There's a reason why he's here. So whether we like him or we don't like him, he's here to stay for now.
I hear that, but also, right, while he's learning the system and he's learning all of this, right? Listen, Fabio Vieira, all last year, man's chilling on the bench. He looks like now, maybe, we don't know, but last game, he's showing us like maybe he's learning, and he wasn't in the team every single week. But the difference with Havertz is Arteta is putting his neck on the line for him. And now that's another thing with Havertz, right? Mikel Arteta he's gone all in for him, right? And if you can't rise up and perform when the manager has put you on that level, that honestly for me is going to be very worrying. But
What are you saying
hopefully,
then? So what are
I
you saying
hope he
then?
does
If
perform.
Saudi come in and offer 60 million for Havertz, are you taking it? What are you saying then?
60 minutes, bro. We'll be.
Yeah.
I'll drive him to Saudi.
Nah, King thought
Drive.
about that.
I'll
Still.
learn
He
how
thought
to.
about
I
it.
won't even. I'll
Here's
learn how
why
to
you
fly a
thought
plane,
about
man.
it. Havertz. You see, Havertz, it's like you guys buying Havertz off Chelsea. When they come here and it doesn't gel at the first team, you can't go, oh, maybe it's Chelsea. Bro, you can't do that, bro. You have to let man go to another league, prove himself, like Salah, like KDB. They left Chelsea, went to a different league, proved that it was actually Chelsea before they came back to the Prem. You man just went and be like, nah, it's probably Chelsea. Nah, bro, this guy is too slow in the league. You can't be here 2 seasons, 3 seasons in and talking about you got to find your way up, bro. It's either you got it or you don't. And right now he doesn't. And for Arteta to be putting his neck on the line like that for him, if it prays off, people be singing Arteta praise like, oh my God, great man manager, stuff like that. Bro, if it comes up wrong, bro, you guys wasted an opportunity. Smith Rowe was in a good moment before the injury. He was in a good moment before the injury, and then when it's back, and you put him on the bench for this guy.
For Havertz, he's come out, and you know the thing is, right? And Kings, I know you're saying it as well. Like we need to give him a chance, etc. But I'm telling you, if he keeps playing like that performance, he does it a few more times. The people in the stadium will turn on him. I remember one game last season, and Pepe, was it last season or the season before? I can't remember. Pepe's come on, right? And Saka's played the whole game. Like, you know, Saka is always, even if Saka doesn't play good, the fundamentals are so solid that he's had a decent game anyway. Pepe comes on. I swear down, first touch is a mistake, and you hear the whole section around me. Oh, and the moment that trickles into the stadium for Havertz, he's finished. He's gonna be finished because there's no way that I don't see him as someone who has that confidence. Like Nketiah, you look at Nketiah, he's been lambasted by Arsenal fans online, maybe in the stadium. You know, everyone said, "Oh, Eddie's not good, he's not that," but Eddie, he's put his head down from day one. He's ignored all of that. He kept to work. He went to Leeds, as Kings, you said. You know, the loan didn't even work out. He's on the bench. He came on here and there, scored goals here and there. Ian Wright's going to watch him. He's still not working out. He's come back to Arsenal, working hard, getting his head down. But with Havertz, to be honest, I see it if the fans end up moving in the stadium, just start groaning and moaning when he starts making mistakes all the time. I don't think it's going to be good for him, especially, and I'm telling you now, especially as fans, when you go to stadium, and we know I've got my guy, Emile Smith-Rowe on the bench. He was our top goal scorer. He's our Hayland boy. He's all of that. That's when fans are going to be like, bro, get this Havertz guy, you know, out of here. So Arteta and Havertz are under big pressure, man. It's a mad story. I don't know why Arteta's done it, but he's put himself under pressure, and that must mean he believes in Havertz to perform, and we'll see. Let's see what he does, man.
Kings, we gotta keep it moving, my bro. We got a few
Yeah.
callers.
Yeah.
Give us a prediction for tomorrow before we go.
I think 3-1 to Arsenal. Yeah, I think we got this. Remember, United haven't won at the Emirates for it's over 6 years now. I think they have a very bad record at Emirates, and we are very good. So I think we will win. And just remember, Bilal, before I go, remember Granit Xhaka, not good enough. Why is Arteta so stubborn? Ben White is not a right back. Why is Arteta so stubborn? Saka is a wing back. He's not a right winger. Why is he stubborn? You know, he's proven himself before. Maybe he got something he's cooking with Havertz. But thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure being here with you. Great compliment.
Hey, bigger man. Sound like a Havertz goal and a Havertz assist, Bilal. So
I need that. Listen, Havertz does that, bro. I want you to play good. I'm not saying don't play good.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, but
bro.
I think the 90 minutes he's giving him is too much, bro. I think the contract is too much, bro. Man should be in Germany.
Oh man, but yeah,
United are shite, Assad says. Perfect timing to bring a United caller in, I guess. We've heard the Arsenal side of things. I think it's only fair we hear the United side of things. Nat Raj is in the building. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever the case may be, wherever you are. You're on mute. Never a good start. Even though I feel like muting United fans sometimes. No.
Nah, we ain't getting nothing out of you, man. You know what? Maybe it's a sign still, man, because you guys don't have a lot to say.
They're scared already, man. They're scared, man.
Yeah.
They know you come to the carpet, they're gonna get rolled over. They know.
Yeah. Take your time and fix up, though. Take your time and fix up, but your manager need to fix up some more. Your midfield need to fix up some more. Your striking situation need to fix up some more.
While the guy's
Your
loading,
defensive, let him load up. His defensive need to fix up. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? I saw the slowest goal score. The goalkeeper need to fix up some more. Did you see the goalkeeper fly kicking man? Ref had to he did that star dive and backs like, and bro, he slapped backs like 2 men. Didn't get a red for that still. But hey, it is what it is, man. That team, I've never seen a team where the keeper is sus, the defense is sus, the midfield is sus, and the attack is sus. I've never seen a team like that in the Prem.
Talk about Elanga today as well. You guys see Elanga? Bro, what a winger. They got Sancho and Anthony.
How are you letting Elanga go?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, there you go.
We have you.
I hope you didn't hear what I was saying still. But
did you hear any of Zaberi's analysis?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Oh, he thought I didn't listen, huh? Really? I see you. Man are out here. Listen, like Zuberi can say all they want. I wasn't the one on another YouTube channel with my scarf out singing the songs for a player that eventually rejected us. That wasn't me. That was your friend up there, right above me.
Hey, so, I cannot take responsibility for Grizz's action. I've called him out about 4 times since we started that rush, because that's the beauty of me and Grizz. When he's over there, I'm over here. When I'm over here, he's over there.
If we're gonna base success and feel good factor on transfers and players, that's not real anymore, is it? Let's talk on the pitch.
It's real. Nah, it's
okay,
real.
Sure.
It's real. You know why it's real? No, let me tell you why it's real. No, I got you. No, I got you, Grizz. Let me land. It's real because when you buy a man for 70 mil and he can't even kick ball yet. Man bought a strike. Bro, you're better off buying Tony and just waiting for him in January.
Man. But not Raj, man. Top class, man. What happened? This season, the summer, last summer you were telling us you got money, you got players, you got the best keeper, you got the best defenders, you got the best attackers, you got Casemiro, the best DM in the world. It's not been plain sailing so far. Even though you might have points on the table, I think you're an honest enough fan to say that the performance.
Oh yeah, like of course. I think the fact that we are trying to transition into a game that Ten Hag wants to play a bit more now. Like last season, we had De Gea who could not play off the back, so we did not play the way he wanted to play. However, Ten Hag adapted very quickly after the first 2-3 games, and then we ended up being in a position where we kept the most clean sheets, and we ended up in the top 4 despite scoring the least amount of goals out of the top 6 teams. So like we compensated both for De Gea as well as for not having a recognized striker up front. This season, so far, the start is pretty much similar in a sense because we don't have a recognized striker up front at the moment. Onana is there; he's playing all right, but at the same time, I think our midfield is
playing all right. He's playing all right. Onana's been playing all right, in your opinion?
I think Onana is doing what he's supposed to do. I feel like at the same time, the problem when you have a keeper who plays from the back is that your defense needs to be on point in terms of where they are passing. We saw this happen in the Fulham game for Arsenal, right? Where Saka, I think, misplaced the ball and Pereira just basically scored the goal over the top. It happened. So that's the thing. If your keeper is out of the box, you need to make sure that your players are making the right passes. If they don't do that, then you are screwed. And that is not a hit on the keeper himself. So that's for me.
Okay.
In that aspect, I think he's doing what he's supposed to do. Other players also need to step up a little bit. But yeah, man.
I'm sure Bilal and Zuberi want to ask about other aspects of your team. I'll do the transfer side of things because you had a dig about us not getting our players. You got your players, so you got Onana, and I think it's fair to say he hasn't had the greatest of starts. You're saying he's doing his job. If doing his job is doing what he's doing, then long may he continue doing that kind of job. You got Mason Mount. You wanted Mason Mount. You beat Liverpool to the signature of Mason Mount. We pulled out really, but okay, you put Mason Mount. Mason Mount been how's he been for you so far?
He's injured.
I know now he's injured, but how's he been for
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So well, he hasn't been
I
injured.
don't think.
Has he been playing every game injured?
No. I think he got
So how's he
injured
been
in
in
the
your game?
first game. Like he played the first game. I think he got injured in the second game. I'm
No,
not sure. It's either second game or
I'm
the
sure.
Forest
I'm
game.
sure. I'm sure. He's only been injured for one game.
Okay, then for the Forest game, I don't think I think he has not started. He has not had the best of starts. I think the triangle of Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount, the way Ten Hag wants to play, he wants to win the ball up high, so he's pushing everybody up the pitch. But at the same time, there is a lack of coordination in terms of players not understanding what their role is in defensive transitions. So that part needs to come in.
Man said it's an ability
Good
injury.
one. That's a good one. But yeah, so far I'm not particularly, I guess, so it's too early for me to judge either way. I think tomorrow's game going to be hilarious because no matter what the result is, there is going to be a really bad meltdown from either one set of the fans.
Unless it's a draw.
It's happening. Even if it's a draw, because look at us, right? We have Mount injured. Højlund may or may not play, so we still don't have a recognized striker up front. Our left flank is completely gone because Shaw is injured and Malacia is injured. We are literally playing a Spurs reject on the left where they have their most dangerous player, which is Saka.
That's what
Dalot
I'm
might
asking
start.
about
You
your
never know.
signings.
Dalot might start on the left instead.
That's what I'm asking about your signings. So you know, you initiated attacks about signings and players. So I'm asking you. So
I mean, listen, Grace, no matter what you say, that was hilarious. What
It
you
was
did
hilarious.
was hilarious.
it was hilarious, but we're
Yeah,
coming back.
that's
We're
it.
coming back. So then you bought Højlund.
Okay.
So have you
Yeah.
bought a striker who was already injured? So you bought a
I
striker.
think so.
You didn't know he
I
was injured.
believe, at least from what the reports say, that he carried a minor injury, but it was nothing major. Like he's back already in full training. Because after the next game there is international break, so I don't know if Ten Hag is going to risk it or not. If he does, we will see what he's made of, and if he doesn't, I'll understand. So either ways, I'm not too bothered about that. It's the left that kind of bothers me about tomorrow's game. So yeah, at the moment, I would say I would gladly take a point tomorrow.
So basically, Onana, Mount, Højlund. Who else, guys?
Amrabat, Reguilon.
Okay, so Amrabat hasn't started yet, so we don't know. And Reguilon,
Reguilon hasn't started yet, and Johnny Evans signed for a year-long deal. So yay! Welcome to the broke Manchester United, where we are signing 35-year-olds for a 1 year.
If you remember rightly, guys, I asked about the finances, and I said you're spunking money left, right, and center last season. And your response was, no, we got plenty of money. We don't, Man United, we raise finance. The Glazers, I was proved right.
No, wait.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. Hell will freeze over. That is his name. Hell will freeze over and do the bachata before I ever say that Glazers are going to raise money. That's never happening. No Man United fan with 2 sets of eyes and even a single-digit IQ will ever say that.
No, but they do somehow. They somehow put
No,
out
they
funds.
don't. They don't. They never do.
They
They
rob
just basically
you.
run.
They rob themselves.
No, they don't. That's the thing.
Not themselves, but the fans. Yeah.
Yeah, they rob the fans, but that money goes into their pocket anyway. But yeah, tomorrow's match is going to be interesting because if we somehow manage to nick a point, people will probably ask questions of Arsenal because, like I said, the team is very weak right now. At the same time, if we somehow win, that is definitely disastrous. And if Arsenal win dominantly, like 3-1, 4-1, whatever people are predicting, then questions will be asked of Ten Hag. So either ways, it's going to be a meltdown, no matter which direction the result goes.
Are you comfortable with the questions that are going to be asked of Ten Hag and the dealings of this window? Because if I have to rate your dealings this window, I'm giving it a 1. And the reason why I'm giving it a 1, bodies are better than nobody. Signing Reguilon, Evans, not great. A guy who's injured, not great. Mount, who you didn't need, not great. Mount by himself, great. In your team, you didn't need him. You need a more.
I don't know that
because
look. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Let me land.
Yeah, okay,
what I'm trying to say is when people start questioning Ten Hag, what side of the fence are you going to be sitting on? Are you going to be sitting with the criticism or the criticizers, or are you going to be on the defensive side? Are you part of Ten Hag Defense League is what I'm asking.
Oh,
Okay. I would say that I am not stupid enough to throw out my toys off the pram after 4 games.
So you're defending Ten Hag. You're going to tell people it's just
not
4
about
games.
it's not about defense or attack. For me, it's simple. This season we're going to play at least 55, 60 games. People who lose their shit after 4 games are immature people.
But is it 4 games? Like,
yeah,
it's how last season, the way the season ended, panned out. Then you've had another £200 million to spend. Does your team or squad? Okay, I agree with you. In reality, I agree with you about the 4 games because that's factual, right? But we're all smart guys here. Well, you guys are very smart, right? Does your team and the shape and the way you're playing inspire you to see there's been progress made? Because 6 months to a year ago, you was very, very bold and upright about how Ten Hag was going to change the way you're going to play. You was more insistent on the system. You kept telling us about Ten Hag's system. Watch how we play. Watch he's got his. Your keywords kept being, he's got his players that are going to play.
Yeah, that's what happened this time too. I'm not going to say that we didn't have a good window. I think we had a better window this year than compared to any other year since 2013.
Wow.
Definitely. I'll tell you why. First, we addressed key problems, which is we finally rotated our goalkeeping roster. No more De Gea. So we don't need to worry about, this guy can't play off the line. He can't defend. He can't claim crosses. The defense has to always sit deep the entire time. And as we know, all the good teams, at least now, they play off the front foot. They all play with a high line. They all play with a proactive keeper. You guys do it. City does it. Chelsea did it for some time. Brighton does it, for fuck's sake, right? So that is a given. So at least we have finally caught up to 2018 in terms of how modern football is played in that regards. On top of that, we have been signing stopgap strikers for 9 years. It was for a while it was Cavani, then it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, then Lukaku was here for 2 years before he got fat and then got 600 pounds, and then it was Cristiano Ronaldo. So we keep going through this cycle every 2 years. Now that finally a manager was given the authority to sign a player that he liked, he finally brought in a 20-year-old striker. Sure, when he signed, he had a minor injury, but from all indications, either he should start tomorrow or at least after the international break, he should be ready to go. I'm fine with that. On top of that, the amount of players we actually finally let go, I think we lost around 10 to 12 players from our squad. We have not had that kind of
any regrets from them.
No, all of them needed to go. My only regret is that we didn't sell more, because now Maguire is our cancer now in a way, because he wouldn't just leave. His wages are so high that West Ham can't afford him, and he wants a compensation package that we can't afford because we are broke. So he's gonna stick here. McTominay, same problem. I think Fulham was trying to make a deal, but he just rejected Fulham. We tried to make deals for Donny van de Beek. He rejected the deals that came for him. So when the players are refusing to leave because it is more financially easy for them to stay at Man United, we are stuck with them and we can't do anything about them. So that's the next problem.
Interesting thoughts about you thinking you had the best window in years. You said,
it's just purely because the squad overhaul that we needed, it was accelerated this window more than any other window that we went through. Because what usually happens is we go through this cycle every 2 years, right? We get a new manager, we give the manager one summer where you sign whoever you want, and then the next summer we tell him that we have no money, and then we end up having windows like, Ollie, you gave us third and second back to back. Here is your reward. Alex Telles in one window. That was the gift we give him. So now we are stuck. So now he couldn't progress the players. The squad regresses. He gets sacked. And now the next manager is stuck with these players on really high wages who can't be moved on. So now that's the problem. So this season we made some progress in that regard. We also sold academy players that we did not need. Alanga is doing fantastic for Nottingham Forest. I assisted against Arsenal, scored against Chelsea. So he's doing some good numbers. Pereira is doing great for Fulham. I think he already scored 2 or 3 goals. So like good for them. Their career has started resumed. I'm happy for them, but they had no business in being in our squad anymore. That's the problem. So I hope the overhaul continues. Maybe in January we can make some moves. Maybe Donny van de Beek will finally leave. Maybe somebody will come for Maguire. But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like the summer window started very well, but but towards the end, towards deadline day, it kind of became sour, especially because of the Greenwood situation. The Greenwood situation was handled so poorly by the club. It was horrendous.
We won't go into too much of that.
No. I won't.
We all agree anyway. You agree as well. And I'm glad you agree on that. But I just want to ask you 2 things before we keep it moving. Guys, 450 of you guys in here and only 200 likes. We saying?
Come on, guys.
We saying? What are you saying? I don't know. Just smash that like button and let's go. Let's go. Keep it moving. Natraj, tomorrow, give me a forecast of how you think the game's going to go, and where are you going to finish in the league this season? Then
I don't know. So first question, I think we are going to play on the back foot most of the game, just because, like I said, Arsenal is going to attack from the left so much, and they should realistically, because we have nothing going on there. We have a Spurs reject playing in the left in the left back position, and we may or may not have a central striker. So if Rashford plays up front, he's kind of neutered in comparison to when he plays on the left. When he plays on the left, he's a bit more dangerous. So they will have a free run at that flank, and they will use it to their best. So that's why I feel like we'll play on the back foot. We might hit them on the counter, and if that's why I said, no matter what the result is, who wins or if it's a draw, if either team wins or it's a draw, there is going to be a meltdown from some section of the fans.
United fans will be happy with the draw. Let's be honest. Draw will be a great result for Man United tomorrow.
Oh no, yeah, that's true. But I'm saying if you end up drawing at home to this Man United, where
if there we is no draw,
exactly. That's why I said one of the fan base is going to have a meltdown even if we draw. But so that would be one thing. As for the season, I don't know yet, because I don't know how Amrabat will play. I don't know if Reguilon is any good, and he's our only left back.
No, I think I agree with Bilal. I think what's his name will play.
Dallo probably play. I doubt Reguilon will jump in straight.
Dallo might play, but then again, Dallo is really a right back. He's not a left. Like, he can play on the left, but he's not a left. Like, he's not a certified left back. And we are talking about him going up against Saka. Saka is going to rinse him 24 hours a day. So like, that's a given. Like, here's the thing. We don't need to act like Saka is not good, right? Just to hype up a match or just to feel some way about the game. Dallo is going to be in trouble. So let's see how that pans out.
You need Casemiro. Tomorrow you need to see the Casemiro of old, dare I say. Casemiro so far this season has been, who he's been reminding me of? Fabinho for us last season.
Nah, don't disrespect Fab like that. Do you know I saw a clip of the Brazilian teammates saying Casemiro retired from club football by joining Man United?
No way. Nah, come on, it's got to be fake, man. It can't be
if it's fake, I'm not really on the spaces. But I want to ask Natraj one question, because I genuinely want to know. The striker you bought, he had a little knock. I thought it was more serious than it appears. But he doesn't have a lot of team training, and he doesn't have a lot of running around in his legs. So even if he comes back after the international break, do you think that's enough time for him to understand what Ten Hag wants? Because right now it's probably just all verbal instruction, like, when you get fit, this is what I want you to do, So we don't know what his fitness is like, because if he comes back and pick up a knock towards like the end of September, early October settings, then it might just look like an ongoing thing where he can't get up to speed. I mean, he's young, and we can like, oh yeah, he's young. You should, bro. You don't want to be with a guy making excuses for his injury and getting into the team like we did with Naby. You see what I'm trying to say?
That's true.
You see what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying that's what the kid is going to do. I don't know.
Of course.
It's just where you guys sign him. He didn't get trained a lot. I don't think that guy has 4 training sessions in his legs. You know what I'm trying to say?
So he trained this entire last week. At least that's what Ten Hag says. That's another thing. Like, how much do you really take managers on their words in press conferences? Everybody has a fucking agenda.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right. So that's the thing. I think that, and I do this with regardless of who's playing. Like, at least for the last 10 years, who's the manager or what. The signings that they make, especially if they are a manager choice, they have to justify that choice by the end of the season through performances and results. If you bought a player for 105 million, for example, like Declan Rice is, and if Arteta doesn't end up like improving significantly upon the performances of last year, or if Declan Rice is one of the main culprits of some of Arsenal's mishaps this season, people are going to ask questions of Arteta. Similarly, I'm going to do with Ten Hag the same way. Ten Hag wanted Højlund, we got him Højlund. He was quite a lot of money, but at least we got him. Like, you wanted this player, you got him. Now show us what you can do. If the player is like now it's up to him and the coaches to decide on a training regimen for him, to get him up to fitness and to get him playing and to get him scoring. That all comes down to him and the striking coaches and the coaching department. That has not, like, we can't control that as fans. So that is where I am with every fan, with every player. Sorry, every side.
The final question I want to put to you, and so far it's been wonderful as usual talking to you. Where are you going to finish this season?
Again, hard to say because we have.
It's not hard to say.
It is. Okay, tell me something. If right now,
I know you don't know the future. None of us do. I'm asking.
Ask me the question, not Raj. Ask me the question. I'll show you how easy it is. Ask me the question.
Okay, how far from relegation do you think you're gonna end up?
How far? 20th position from relegation. Right. We're coming first.
Perfect.
Baby. Yeah.
Perfect. I would hope for I would still expect us to get top 4, but that is just my expectations. It will come down to who's available and who's playing.
So you expect to come in the top 4? Have we got that on record?
Yes. Yeah, that is my expectation.
So last season you finished where?
We finished 3rd, ended up in 2 cup finals and winning 1.
So last season you had that season, last season. You go and spend 200 million, yet you are hoping to finish one place below.
Yeah.
Amazing. This has been a wonderful call, Naraj. We got you, bro. We got you.
I know you think you did, but you also need to keep moving on because this will become a 50-minute conversation.
Not Raj.
No,
we know.
not Raj.
You know, it's always banter. It's always
of course.
We're brothers. You're a brilliant sport. Thank you very much for coming on.
Bad luck tomorrow. Have a great time, guys.
But everything else in your personal life may be blessed.
Thank you very much. It was nice talking to you guys. I hope Arsenal fans are in tears tomorrow. And see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, man.
So that's what you saying, man.
What's up, bro? You good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We've been doing a bit of Man United talk, Chelsea talk. I don't know how long you've been watching. Listen, we've covered most of it. We haven't covered Liverpool too much. Tomorrow, actually, we have kind of.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts as well.
Zuberi's turned mad on me. He thinks we're going to win the league, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, it's always good to have hope, but yeah, that's a bit of a stretch at the moment with City.
It's City, man.
While we keep saying it's a stretch with City, at the same time we praised ourselves coming second twice and winning it once in 7 years. How am I a madman? And here's my point as well. I've always said we can't sign players. You know, I'm on the FSG Defense League, and I'm like, we can't sign players if we don't let players go. First window, we let over 5 players go. And there's no Liverpool fan that can tell me we haven't brought in 4 bad boy midfielders.
I think I have just the man. I'm not sure he's there. He's there, but I'm not sure he's in the bloody screen. Albert, Uncle Albert, are you in the building? Okay, we'll wait.
No, I spoke to Albert. Albert rate this window 8 out of 10. I rate it 10 out of 10. Yeah, not talking.
What's happening? from the like, you guys were
The best window in Liverpool history.
We've been starved of transfers. That's what's been happening.
That's what's happening.
We can't do the. You can't bring up
no.
that. Nah, you can't bring up yesterday.
No. Sass is no. Hear me out. Sass is spot on because that's the psychology of our owners and the structure, and because we've starved of so much lack of activity, no transfers. Just because we brought in 4, we think, whoa.
A lot of announcements, videos.
No time out yet. No, I ain't stopped yet. I ain't stopped yet. So
what did I say 5 minutes ago?
We brought in 4 players in the same position. Why? You know why? Because of our inadequacies of the last 3 or 4 windows. You know why? Because we let 3 players go out of contract and 2 players walk out on us. We let 5 midfielders go. 2 of them were supposed to be sticking around. 2 of them weren't even supposed to be sold. So we let 5 go. You can call 3 of them non-entities. Ox, Naby, and Milner. You can say, blah, 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 blah. No problem. Say blah, 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 blah. Fabinho and Henderson. And then we're replacing them with 3 Certes. And then 1. Let me think about the word I want to use for this, brother. Percentage by Endo. He's a percentage. Yeah. He's a cheap utility squad member. And you're telling me that's an 8 or plus out of 10? We didn't rectify the fullback scenarios. We knew young blood Calvin Ramsey's injured, got injury problems, issues. We're already doubting Tsimikas. Some are even doubting Robertson as the left-sided centre-back in the new formation. And we already know our centre-back situation. Are you lot real about our centre-back situation? You know my thoughts on Matip. I don't want to say no more. I don't want to give Matip any more slander than I have. Gomez, I'll let you speak on Gomez if you want to speak on Gomez. Konate is a champion, but he gets injured. And Virgil, brother, we got the same 4 that we had 6 years ago. Are you for real? Are you for real? We got the same centre-backs we had 6 years ago. Which other top club? Name me another successful, and I'm people in the chat, 430 of you guys in the chat, or ladies as well. 430. Tell me another team that has had the same centre-backs and been successful for 6 years. Tell me. I'm here for it.
I'm trying to think.
Grizz, your argument is inconsistent, fam. And let me tell you why your argument is inconsistent. Everything you're saying sounds right in certain contexts, right? Oh, we've been starved of signings. I actually said before you went on your little rant, I've always said we're not letting players go. You can't sign men if men ain't leaving. What has been Jurgen Klopp's one of the biggest criticism? Favoritism, not letting players go. He refused to let players go. So how can you complain about signing when the guy ain't pushing people out? It's a process. You're now telling me we have the same 4 center-backs for 4+ season. Who's in charge of that? So you have to move players on to get players in. That has been my only argument and criticism of Klopp. And I'm saying I rate this window 10 out of 10 because it's the first window we've let players go so we can bring players in. And you're telling me, oh, it only looks great.
Let players go. This is what
we did let players go.
No, it's pissing me off. We didn't let players go. We didn't.
So we didn't let Ox go. We didn't let Ox go.
They went.
Yeah.
We didn't let Milner go. We didn't let Bobby go.
No. They chose to go.
So who are we praising then? Are we praising the players realizing they need to
I do the same
so we can be great?
No, I'm very consistent who I praise and I'm very consistent who I criticize. I praise the collective and I criticize the collective.
I'm just trying to understand because what I'm trying to understand
That's
is
what you're saying.
You're saying if these players didn't go, we wouldn't get the 4 players?
They didn't go, bro. We didn't let them go. They ran out of contract, the 3, and Fabinho and Henderson were supposed to be here.
Even when Fabinho was like, remember it was a bit, the deal was off for like, I don't know, a day. And it looked like they were happy to have him back. Yeah. You know, they were happy. Like, if you're going to stay, cool. We're not going to sign anyone. But because he went, then obviously Endo, etc. is coming in. But
Man's calling it 8 out of 10 window.
Issue-
And how much?
No, I wouldn't give it 8 out of 10 for me. Listen, midfield, yes, job done in terms of the revamp, but I think, you know, a bit of negligence in terms of not signing a centre back, I think, or another defender, big time. Zuberi, look at City. I mean, they've got arguably 3 or 4 already existing great centre backs, and they've gone and bought Guardiola. Do you know what I mean? And for us, I don't know. I don't want to get too negative, because usually, as Grizz would say, I'm quite positive. But you know, winning the Champions League and signing, I think it was it Adrian and Sepp van der Berg?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
but the thing is, people get too caught up in being. I hear these arguments all the time about being too positive, too negative. I believe in real. I believe in speaking on the situation that is in front of you. I believe I said it from the start of the window. People were telling me, bro, you gotta make sure you got a platform. You make sure your voice is heard out there. I said, well, no one gives a shit, bro. Are you serious? FSG gonna give a shit about a YouTube account and a Twitter user? All we can do is speak on what we think the situation is. And I said, I'm going to give it until the end of the window. I'm not going to start shouting at my laptop and my screen from the start and say, I can't give a shit. It's not good for your health and your sanity. I said, I'm going to let it finish. And at the end of the window, I'm going to give my thoughts on it. And my thoughts are, we've done the bare minimum. Bare minimum FC again, you know, Zuberi. Bare minimum FC. Don't get hyped up about this. We bought 4 players. Oh my God. We bought 4 players. That's what Sass is talking about. They've done us our expectation. What's the word? They've managed our expectations so much that we're like, thank you. Are you serious? Thank you for filling the spaces up of the very guys that you wasn't going to get sold until they moved on. Thank you.
The squad is light.
So that means you wouldn't have brought. So that means you would have relied on Curtis Jones, Elliott, unfit Thiago. Is that what you was gonna do this season? Trying to fight with Big City? Thank you. I ain't thanking your people, bro.
Listen. I'm struggling to understand. Maybe it's a soccer thing versus a football thing. But to your point, Seth, you told me City had 3 defenders and they won and bought 1 more. That's 4, and they play with 2 defenders. We have center backs. We have 5 center backs, and you want us to add 6. We only play with 2. Now let me learn. We play with 3 midfielders. We bought 4, and we still had 4. Jones, Elliott, Masecic, Thiago. If you're telling me those guys aren't good enough, then we should have let more go.
No, fair. Listen, fair.
But so right there, I've given you 5 defenders, and I've given you 8 midfielders, and we already have 3 goalkeepers.
But Zuberi, tomorrow, for example, we've got Matip and Gomez probably lining up. Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Gomez and Kwanzaa.
No, it's not.
Listen, fair enough. If it is, then he's the second coming. But you know, all I'm saying is, look, we're a little bit. I, for one, am a bit, look, hopefully they're going to perform and they're going to have a good game, right? And we know that they've hit the heights previously. But
look at this guy. We've got so many clueless people, and I've heard so many clueless people. This guy is one of the biggest clueless. I'll tell you why. I seen this guy. He's on my no, Bilal, I'm serious. This guy's a troll of mine, you know. I see him in all the comments on all the shows. Man's always trying to have a go at me only. Who the fuck are you, man? Get him out. He's like, Grizz, so how many players do you think Liverpool should have gotten? To think we should get more than 4 players is rubbish. Are you stupid?
Grizz, I'll tell you one thing I would say. There is something to be said.
I'm going to give him one more chance, man.
There is one thing to be said. Look, you don't want to go and make wholesale changes in one window and do what Chelsea have done, right? So if he's making that point, then fair enough, yeah. But to have not bought another defender is, you know, is like I said, is
5. Why do you need 6? Explain to me
why you have on good. Like the
break it down. Look what Zuberi's saying. Go behind what he's saying. Name those brothers that you're talking about. Tell me how many games they've played. Tell me how many injuries they've had. Tell me how much on the wane they've been in the last 2-3 seasons. Then we talk.
What I'm trying to say to you, Grizz, because you're looking at the past thing. We have 5 on the books. So no, this is real. This is a real conversation. If we have 5 on the books, right? And you're gonna tell me one of them is gonna only play 15 games, then the question you should be saying is, he cannot be trusted. Get him out the squad. Isn't that right, Sess? Because if we're not saying get him out the squad, what's the point of buying another one? That's what I'm trying to say to you. If we have 5, there's no need to bring in 6 just because 3 of them isn't going to be available. If 3 of them isn't going to be available, get rid of them then.
Listen, I get it. I get what you're saying, but I think in terms of trying to buy and sell footballers is not as simple as one would like to think, you know, and getting people out the door is not as straightforward as that. Listen, my point is, we're going to have to rely on Matip and Gomez. And to be fair to Gomez,
are you comfortable with that?
I'm a little bit nervous about that personally.
Are you comfortable with that, Colonel?
It's going to be Gomez.
No. Forget that. Are you comfortable with Gomez and Matip? Imagine Konate gets an injury and you have to play with Gomez and Matip for the majority of the season. Are you comfortable with them being, as good as Man City defensively or as any other team? Are you happy with Matip?
I'm happy with them, and here's why I'm happy with them. You men are acting like for 38 games we're playing City. No. We're not playing Man City. No. Let me show you the point.
But it's the opposite. We've raised our game against City. I'm not worried about City.
Bro, but you guys keep bringing City into the reason why our squad should be whatever it should be. We're not playing them for 38 games. Bro, we're not playing them for 38 games. All we have to do is win our games. And if you're telling me Gomez and Matip ain't good enough, then why they're here, bro? Then we need to get rid of them.
That's my point.
Zuberi, who's better? Like the Palace defenders right now, Gay and Anderson, or Matip and Gomez? Like, who would you take?
Bro, I'm picking Matip and Gomez, bro. These are my players. What are you trying to tell me? You think you're going to rough for me, Bilal? You think I'm going to switch like these men? These men trying to not rate Kwanzaa in that, bro. Yo, Bilal, watch how you step into me, bro. I'm a real Liverpool fan, bro. I'm out here in the trenches for my players. Watch the game tomorrow. Gomez and Kwanzaa. I'm telling you. Bro, these are my players. They're here.
I love the chest. I love the chest.
No, I love my players, Sass.
Yeah, nah, me too.
I love my boy Gomez. I love Gomez. Matip is a legend. He brings smiles to my face.
Bilal, ask them the same question and see what they pick.
He's a
just
hard
for shits.
Yeah, go on.
Palace defense, Palace center back.
Palace
or
defenders,
Gomez
and Anderson.
I'm taking Anderson and Gahey over Gomez and Matip right now in this day and age. 2023. What day? 2nd of September 2023 versions of Matip and Gomez. Not for me, not on my watch. Sass,
I might take Gay to line him up next to Gomez. How about that? That's a halfway house. I'm sitting on the fence.
No problem. You're taking one each.
At least you took one. You took one, but you understand you need that extra defender, and that's why 8 out of 10 transfer windows. For me, if I was to judge it, I would say maybe 6 out of 10 at best, because that defense was so important.
I gave 6.5 out of 10, and I got a lot of people agreed, some disagreed. I said 6.5, 7. The reason why I said it, and Assas, we spoke about on yesterday's show, I think.
Yeah.
If you take out Lavia for Endo, because we should have got Lavia. Lavia was signed, sealed, just not delivered. Yeah, because of us being greedy or whatever. Yeah, or eyes lighting up, whatever the case was. Lavia, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch, you're giving me 7.5 vibes.
You rate Lavia over Hendo.
Yes.
Because you don't know Hendo, and I'll leave it there. I won't even get into it.
No. I respect that.
You don't know Hendo. Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Let me land. I respect that. Yeah, I respect that you know Endo more than me because you did talk about him last season. I respect that, and I'm willing to hold back on that one. Yeah, but I'm saying Lavia's ceiling for me, right? I'm looking future. I'm looking proof. Yeah. What's the word? Proof.
Future proof.
Future proofing, right? That's why I'm saying Lavia. You're saying Endo, come in, do a utility job for a season or two, and you're calm with that. He may be brilliant for a season or two, not brilliant, but competent and efficient. So I'm going to hold back on that one and respect that one. But Lavia, for me personally, add Lavia to the other three, and we're nice. We're nice. He's got the legs, he's got the mobility, he's got the experience of having a tough season in the Premier League. Tough season.
He looked good sitting in the stands though today.
Yeah, that's not him. I don't think you can't blame that on him though, Sass. I see that. I see that. And all
can I just anyone who would not want to sign for Liverpool and would sign for Chelsea and not want to, like money aside, right? Money aside and all of that, but to not want to play for Klopp is just, you got to ask questions, haven't you, of yourself?
The only solace, not solace, the only backing I'm going to do of Lavia is we cheated on him, Sass. We chatted him up.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then we see a next thing.
Yeah, we left him at the altar.
And we say, yo, give me 2 seconds, innit?
Yeah, he wanted to go to Liverpool. That's he just felt like
it's
they've done him a bit dirty. That's it.
We went to another and said, yo,
yeah, it's that, isn't it? At the end of the day.
And so when we went back
in the wedding, when the pastors like say I do, and we're like, we looked around a little bit too long, you know what I mean?
We looked around too long, and the doubts creeped in. How are you doubting at that stage? Sure. How are you not saying yes? Do you
listen? The only positive is we made Chelsea pay an extra 40 million for Caicedo, so that's all good.
F Chelsea, trust me. Watching Chelsea in the mud today was mad. Getting beat by Forest at home, struggling to beat. They beat Luton, right? And they got gas.
Luton, they might not hit 11 points, bro. I was honestly, Derby County 0708. Are you hitting?
Don't kick him like that.
Bilal, I wanted to ask you a question. What's happened to Gabriel? What's the gig with him? Is he playing? Why is he not playing?
Oh, I think it's just because of Arteta wanting to the party at right back. I think that's all it is. And I think because Gabriel, out of all of the defenders, he might be the most aggressive one-on-one defender, but on the ball, he's not as refined as some of the other players. And I think that's the only reason he doesn't play. That's why even Tomiyasu plays a lot of the time the left, because he's both-footed, right? I think that's the only reason, to be honest. But I expect him to play tomorrow. And I think if the rumours are true and Partey's injured, then I'm sure Gabriel. And I think when Zinchenko's fit as well and in the team, that's when you'll see Gabriel. So when Zinchenko and Gabriel are together, because Zinchenko will do all of that football stuff, and Gabriel will just be a madman and do his defending duties and keep it simple. So yeah, I don't think it's much to look into, but I expect Gabriel to get back in the team and start playing. He played every game since he's joined the club. Like he's been solid. Gabriel, Saka. These are the two players that play nearly every day. So a couple games out, it's not the end of the world.
Grizz, what is the difference between Lavia and Bejitic? Good question and a fair question.
I think it's like 6 to 9 months.
No, I hear that.
That's all it is.
No,
There's a massive difference. Between Lavia and Bajitic is a massive difference.
From outside.
Yeah, Bajitic is a good player. And to be honest, when he came in last season, we saw what he could do. He impressed us more than we thought he would do at the beginning. He got injured, of course, but Lavia, what he was doing for Southampton, at times looking like their best midfielder for a team that was struggling. And he's so calm on the ball, Lavia. That's the thing, like so calm, elegant. He can win the ball. And obviously he comes from that Man City system as well. That's another. I know people don't want to give Man City credit, but their academy, to be honest, is ridiculous. Even last season, watching them, they played against Arsenal with 10 men, and they were the better team. They should have won. They didn't, unfortunately for them. But Lavia's got that pedigree from academy level. And now we saw it in the Premier League with Southampton. And I think let's see what he does. Let me just answer this quickly because I saw this from None Your Business. So I might as well just answer this one very quickly. He says, is the price tag affecting Caicedo for Chelsea? And this is the only thing as well. I'll say for Lavia as well. The only worry, I don't think it's a price tag. I don't think it's anything to do with money. It's just that Chelsea are a mess. And it's very hard to go from, imagine Caicedo, he's gone from a team that works like clockwork from Brighton and going to Chelsea.
Everything is clockwork at Brighton. Yeah. And he's gone to Chelsea where you got Mudryk ending up playing as a right-sided centre-back. In the last 10 minutes, you got Madueke and who was the other left-footed player?
Palmer came on.
Palmer and Madueke stepping on each other's heads, right? On the left, on the right.
It's a mess.
You got Action Jackson, as I've fondly named him, up front. That people are calling him the new Drogba. Get out of here, man. You're talking about Batshuayi levels, man. You're not talking Drogba levels, man. No, but it's true. You're talking about talk to Batshuayi, innit? Like, who are you?
Listen, Batshuayi won the league for them, man. That's a serious striker. Even look at this. Yeah, he scored the winning, got the last goal.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
When the last won it. Yeah, and look at this, guys. Just look at this. I had to even save it, add some color to it at the back. Like, this is Chelsea's spend, that 1 billion, and just
unbelievable. Honestly,
read the names. Do you know even like 5, 6, bro? I don't know. Like some of these names. Who are these guys?
Well, Zuberi's,
You know what?
Zuberi's going to claim to know quite a few of them. He's going to say, "Yeah, my database is vast."
Who is
Well,
Alex Matos?
tell us,
Jimmy J.
Colonel,
Morgan.
all these people.
What
Some
these
of them,
brothers?
any hot ones there? Look, I love. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Chukwemeka, Gusto. I think Gusto's that right back. I know of Gusto. Petrovic, bro, only on FIFA. I know some of these men, bro. I don't. Nkunku,
It might
big
even be a
bro,
different
big.
person to what you're thinking of.
It
There's a
could
lot of
be,
guys
it could
called
be one of them ones with no face in that.
Okay,
Bro.
okay. I'm gonna say two. They've been unlucky. Two they've been unlucky.
Nkunku.
Nkunku they've been unlucky with the injury, and Badashile. Badashile is a bad boy. I wanted him at Liverpool. I thought Badashile and Konate were our future. I was dreaming stuff, bro. I was thinking Badashile and Konate, please, Ya Rab, try to get Badashile to Liverpool. But he went to Chelsea. So I rate him. The rest, okay, Enzo is a bad boy.
I was going to say, I was briefly in the Chelsea space earlier on today, which was thoroughly amusing.
It must have been mad.
It was mad. It was mad. And they're still going on about the players. They're going on about the manager, sack the manager, do this, do that. And for me, it's the ownership. I mean, this frenzied, I don't know what Scattergun is even giving them credit, you know, but this way they run business is just, it's an embarrassment.
This is, I've never seen money spent. This billion should be worth about 300 million, 400 million. How it's become a billion is just shows.
No. They got some.
And to not have a striker after all of it.
Yeah,
Jackson.
That is the piece. Jackson is, no disrespect to him, but Jackson for me is what Origi probably would have been, or that's where when Klopp came in, that's where Origi was, Jackson level. No disrespect to Jackson. I'm just saying when Klopp came in, it was like, yo, what a player. We're going to have fun with him. I'm not saying he's going to turn out like Origi, but that's the level Jackson is at. You cannot spend $1 billion and the only striker you have to walk away from that is a Jackson level striker. That's not good enough.
And on top of that, they've gone Zuberi, they've gone and got rid of the kids that were, you know, that were Chelsea through and through. It's just, it's like basically a 101 on how not to do things, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100. I hope Liverpool fans that want to see a bit more oomph from ownership don't use this as a metric. I'm not saying, No. I'm not saying the billion piece, but I'm talking about look at the names. Like, seriously, look at the names. There's no direction with those names.
100%.
There's no direction. And there's one thing we have in our business and dealings is direction. Like last season, we sorted out the attack. This window, we sorted out the midfield. And I know everyone has been hitting me, Zubair, we need a DM, we need a center back, we need a center back. And I'm like, the same argument I had from 4 years ago about getting players out before we get players in. We have to get rid of the 5 center backs we have. One of them has to go before a new one slots in. It's just the way we work. It's just the way we operate. You might not like it, but we will not have 6. It's my only argument. And people are like, oh, you're FSG and you work for it. And it's like, bro, this is football. It's simple. If we play with 2, we're not going to have more than 5. If we play with 3, we will have 6. But we don't play with 3. Klopp said this in a press conference, but you men ain't listening. It's simple football, bro.
Just 2 things I want to address. First, I've got a super chat before we wrap up. Lavia, John 38 sends in a super chat. Thank you very much.
Wait, he didn't make the bench.
Lavia didn't even get on the bench against AFC Wimbledon. That says something. It makes me think.
I think, to be fair, I know I'm taking the piss, but I think he might be injured.
He's injured, guys. So
he got a small knock. Okay, yeah.
So let's just relax on that criticism. Lavia is a very good player. It's not his fault that he's not at Liverpool. It really isn't. Secondly, guys, still over 400 of you guys. Mad support tonight. I know we've been flopping with the call-in show. You know, what I mean, blame Colonel, blame me, blame Bilal, blame all 3 of us. Always the collective. It's not FSG. It's not the players. It's not Klopp. It's always the collective. Always. It's not one aspect of them. When we win together, right, Bilal and Zuberi? When we win together. When we lose, we have to take the beats. Secondly, Uncle Albert has left his camera there and he went for a shave because he looks slick. clean, fresh up. Uncle, we've been calling you half an hour ago. The show is finished now. Like, shall we have 5 minutes of Uncle? We cannot.
Nah, you gotta let him cook. Yeah, it's the final
I've got 10
season.
minutes. I've got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We can do
Oh,
it.
you got 10? I got 5 minutes.
All right,
Now let him season for
I need to
5.
make
Let him
I need to
season
make
for
a
5.
phone call. So you guys welcome him. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
welcome Uncle Albert. Sass, if you don't know, get to know.
The main man.
How are you
Uncle.
guys? Bilal, how are you? It's been a long time, man. How are you?
Yeah, man. Been a long time.
I didn't.
Zuberi, how are things?
It's good, man. These guys are telling me the Windows trash.
No.
I don't think so. Let me say this.
He's
And I
setting
think
you
I
up.
mentioned it to
He's
you
setting you up.
yesterday.
He's setting you up.
No, he's not setting me up. Zuberi can't set me up. I'm a lot smarter than that. So the simple fact of the matter is that last year by this time we had 2 points. So if anything at all, we are doing a lot better. And with the current midfield that we have, there's no way we don't make top 4. So that's good. But I want us to challenge for the title. I think we can. I think we can. We beat Villa tomorrow. Hopefully we beat Villa tomorrow. I think we can. But I don't normally comment on opponents, but let me just say this. Bilal, why did your manager try fixing what was not broken? What was he trying to do? I mean, why do you bring Kai Havertz into a team that was working the way it was working? You didn't win the title last year simply because Saliba got injured. That's a force majeure. That's it. If Saliba is fit and able, you win that. I mean, given that you guys are serial butlers, even this one you could have won it. So you don't blame everything and start changing things, putting Partey in the fullback position and all that crap and nonsense. It doesn't even. He should have maintained what he was doing. He shouldn't have gotten rid of Granit Xhaka. So now he's figuring it out. You don't replace Xhaka with Havertz. It's like replacing steel with dental floss. That's the analogy. So tell your manager that he should go back to what he was doing that works. By the way, is Thomas Partey injured?
That's a rumor, man, going around the Arsenal social sphere. So we'll see.
Okay.
It's not confirmed by anyone.
Because he wasn't called into the national team for the international break. So we're a little worried. Arsenal is my second team. You guys wear red. It's not exactly red. It's kind of like a dirty little red with some white. You know, I like you guys.
It's a nicer red. Liverpool one's a bit too dark.
I can tolerate you. So please, tomorrow, do me a favor. Smash those devils. Smash them.
Of course. We'll exercise them tomorrow. Grizz, you're on mute.
Grizz, you're on mute.
Mute.
When it comes to
am I on mute?
No, me. Well, you're too loud. You know, it's the opposite. When it comes to Man United, Arsenal, I'm with Albert. Smash them up.
Smash
100%.
them for me, please.
100%.
And I need tell Odegaard to lob Onana for me. I need a lob. I need a lob. Right? I need an Onana lob. I need that.
Albert, I think you went for a shave. I don't know if you heard the
and a haircut. Yeah, I did all that.
I know you went for a haircut and shave. You come back
utilization of your time.
I don't know if you missed the Man United chat. We had a Man United fan, Natraj. He's a regular caller.
Yeah, I had Natraj. Yeah, I had Natraj. Yeah.
The despondency in his voice from last season, only 6 to 8 months later, he was so excited and gassed. Do you remember last season he was telling us about the best DM, the best goalkeeper, best partnership in Varane and Lucho
Martinez?
Hard to beat as well.
Hard to beat. We got Shaw, who's one of the best fullbacks. Wan-Bissaka, he was glorifying. Who's the other one they had instead of Wan-Bissaka? They got another fullback.
Dalot.
Yeah, midfield, he was talking about Casemiro being the best DM, Rashford probably the best striker in Europe. He was saying, did you see how dead he was? Bless him. He was dead.
But they've done one good thing, though. They've signed Amrabat. Amrabat will help them.
Yeah. That's a good
Amrabat,
name. Wait, that's a good
Amrabat
name.
will
We're gonna
help
call him
them. The only
Nataraj
thing
now,
is that
Nataraj.
he will help them defensively, but it will affect them offensively because they need to probably bench one of their midfielders, and it will probably be Mason Mount. Well, he's injured anyway, so yeah. But yeah, they are still a shit team. We are waiting for them on December 16th. This time we'll put them to the sword very quickly. It will end in the first half.
I've got a message I forgot to shout out. I started earlier. NC Network says, Grizz, please shout out my mate Morgan Brown. He'll be playing Europa League football with Aris Limassol this season. Same group as Rangers. Mad. Amazing, amazing. I love when you hear stories like this, man. Big up, man. Big up Morgan Brown, man. Hope he has a good game, man. Rangers, yeah, I hope you smash them up as well, bro. Hope you smash them.
Chris, quick one for you. Would you have preferred having Amrabat instead of Endo?
Yes.
Yes.
I was an Amrabat propagandist at one point. I was saying, you guys, just go get Amrabat. It's a simple solution. And I agree with Albert. Amrabat could be the difference.
The answer to what you're saying is yes. I am one of the look, I don't support the Endo purchase, but you know, I'm supporting my team right now.
Well, let's speak to the expert on all things Endo and ask him the same question. My brother, Amrabat, Endo.
Listen, we all saw the World Cup. No one was saying Amrabat before the World Cup. But here's an interesting take. I was saying Endo before the World Cup.
I'll back him on that.
So to you to ask me, I cannot be like, oh yeah, I saw what they did in the World Cup. So I'm gonna go, you see what I'm trying to say? I'm very consistent, Sats. Albert, you know me, I'm very consistent. I don't do the flip-flop thing. If I've been rating, man, and I never rate him for Liverpool, by the way, I'll put that out there because I never rated him above Fab. I never rated Endo above Fab. So it's a different conversation. I just said these Chinese Asian players needed to be in the Prem. They're good enough to be in the Prem, and for Liverpool to go for the guy, and then all of a sudden backstories coming out that Klopp wanted them 3 years ago. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, you know what? World Cups are overrated. We've got Diouf and Diao to cover that angle because they look like world beaters.
I want to ask one last question because I got to run. Albert,
talk to me.
I know a few weeks ago. Okay, let's go back to the start of the window. Me and you were gassed, excited. You came on. We had a party. I remember, right? Yeah. Then there was a couple of weeks, Colonel. Remember, there was a couple of weeks where Albert's knee started shaking. There was a couple of weeks where Albert got a bit shaky. And we were like, Albert, calm, what happened? But now we ended it strong again with the Gravenberch and Endo, who the Colonel backs. It's Colonel's guy. So if the Colonel says it, you know what I mean, I'm a back Colonel, right? So Endo and Gravenberch coming at the end. How are you feeling now? So a good start, little shaky in the middle, and a solid ending. How are you feeling at the end of the window?
I'm feeling very good. Let me tell you what. As a Liverpool supporter, I live for what happened last week. Okay? After what happened last week at Tyneside, I have absolutely no reason to bitch about anything. Okay? I'm the kind of person I bitch before it happens. When it happens, I don't bitch again. I'm a Liverpool supporter. Like I said, last season by this time we had 2 points. So it's a good season. And I see potential. I told Zuberi yesterday, I wasn't a Gravenberch fan, but I think more of it was tribal because he rejected us 18 months ago. I wish him well. I wish the team well. And this season we will challenge for the title. Let me use a track analogy. If you're running 5,000, 10,000, just run on the shoulder of the pace setter and wait until you kick. So we are running. We just need to keep pace with Man City. When we need to, we'll challenge them. We need to beat them somewhere along the line, and we'll do that. Our most important thing is not to lose to Luton, lose to Burnley, those kind of things. That's what cost Liverpool. So we won't do it. Last but not least, to my brother the Spurs guy. I've always been telling Spurs fans, let Harry Kane go. Right? When he goes, his responsibility will be shared among others. And people said, no, Harry Kane gives you 30 goals. Others will pick it up. You're playing a lot better without Harry Kane. Enough said.
I'm not going to add nothing. I know we shouldn't have ended with the Spurs because the Liverpool chat was inspiring. I had goosebumps, my hair on the back of my neck, my arms, my shoulders.
If there wasn't a Spurs brother, I wouldn't have said anything about Spurs.
He's not a Spurs brother.
So let me end on a Liverpool
Wait. He's calling sad Spurs.
Let me end on a Liverpool
It looks like the away kit. I think they had
tomorrow we will smash
said
Aston Villa.
Uncle.
So good.
Uncle.
It's so
Talk
good.
to me.
That's my
That's
brother.
a Liverpool fan.
He's a Liverpool season ticket holder. That's a Liverpool top.
So why you what?
Nah, yo, I tell you, Albert is in the wrong kitchen. Nah, you know, Grizz, you know you got the Mark
Okay,
kitchen.
now I
got
really
the Mark
need to
kitchen
change
on
my
set.
glasses, right?
Grizz,
Don't worry about it, Uncle.
Change my
So
glasses.
good. So good, Uncle.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So
Forgive me. Forget the Spurs thing. Rewind.
We'll
Forget
edit.
the Spurs.
It was a good point nonetheless.
This is a good
Yeah,
point.
forget the Spurs thing. Forget the Spurs thing. Because you look pretty Spursy.
Fair enough.
I really need to have my eye test done again, man.
yo.
I feel like we have to edit that bit basically.
That's a perfect way
That
to
was
end.
the goalkeeper
Nah.
ending there. That was the ending of endings. I was gonna say, you know what? I'm not gonna let anyone speak after that speech. And then he started going towards Harry Kane and Spurs.
Nah, because he cooked Bilal in the beginning, and then he's trying to cook like a Spurs guys at the end, and it's no Spurs guys here.
Forget
That's
the
so
Spurs bit, man.
People
Rewind.
have gone mad in the chat. People have gone mad in the chat.
Rewind. Okay, I'm not even going to look at the chat. Forget the chat. Rewind.
People have gone mad in the chat.
All is forgiven. All is forgiven.
Tomorrow we smash Aston Villa.
Yeah,
Show the
definitely,
eye
man.
test. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's-
I need to get a refund at that lens crafters. I'm telling you that right now.
because none of your business because those glasses are just for show.
Nah, you
No,
know
they're
what? You
not
know what?
actually.
Nah, I know
Yeah, I
what
need to
happened.
go back because
I
I
know what
actually did
happened.
my eye test just last week. So I definitely need a refund on that one.
Wrong kitchen.
Nah, it's the wrong kitchen for real. I know what happened. I know what happened. That's how Lavia ended up at Chelsea. When he was signing, he thought he was signing the Liverpool contract.
Hey, can I do Chelsea, please? Can I do Chelsea before you go, please?
Go on, do the choice.
It's happened, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, man, somebody should tell Todd Bowley that money isn't everything. Okay. I have known a very rich guy who found out that his wife was having an affair with a milkman. That's all I'll say about Chelsea for now.
Wait a minute.
Money isn't everything. You should
Wait a
keep buying
minute.
the shit, and it will cook him.
100%. People, you cannot say the Call In Khan show is back. It's not back, I should say. It's back. Albert is the Call In Khan show is always great when Albert is the last caller. You know, sometimes I'm a tactician. Sometimes Albert used to be there early, right, in the studio, and I used to make sure I bring him on last because I knew I want Albert to finish the show. Albert nearly today finished the show in the best possible way, but he spoiled it with the Harry Kane show.
Nah, I think that made it better still, man.
He made it better still.
Good.
Albert, we love you and we respect you. Thank you very much for joining us. The rest of you, Sass,
Bilal, tomorrow, don't fail me now.
don't fade us.
Yeah,
Bilal.
listen, hopefully
Don't
we have
fail
that
me, Bilal.
Liverpool energy and we hit them for 7, man. Because my
Don't
team,
fail me,
1-0.
bro.
we'll hit them 3 and stop and feel sorry. But hopefully we
No.
kill them.
Tomorrow, I'm not joking. If he goes back to the way you played last season, same formation as much as he can, personnel. If you get that early goal, tomorrow could be a 3-4 easy. I'm telling you,
Inshallah.
this Man United team is there for the taking. But if you don't get a result tomorrow, yeah, we're coming hard for you, my brother. Until then, peace, tranquility, love to all. Take care.